And we're officially live. Wiley, I hope you're ready, because we might have the trial of the century. Millennium? All time? Yeah, I just did the stream tile because I didn't have a good segue into this, so...
Segway Jones, you are not.
Paradise Killer.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I got my sunglasses.
Also, I think I finally found someone who is at least interested in this channel, if only for the emotes, and they followed us the other day. And I'm just like, oh, yes. I knew almost exclusively using my emotes everywhere I go was a good idea. Alright. So I'm going to look around for some crystals and other stuff. And then if you find anything in your Necronomicon, let me know where to head.
It's tricky because they're all broken up into areas and not just like one singular page I can control F.
Well then. Oops, wrong button. Trying to remember how to control because it's been 2 weeks. Not that one. No, not that. Damn it, I'm trying to remember how do I pull up the fucking map. Not that, not that. Damn it, I keep pressing the Y. Eventually I'll figure this out. Okay, is there a map here? Yes. So currently we're at the Syndicate Apartments, Wiley.
Syndicate Apartments. Oops, I should probably just open a new tab, because that would be faster.
I mean, yes. But, dear lord, I keep pressing this because I keep forgetting what the fuck jump is supposed to be.
Clearly
Yes.
not the A button. Because why would it be?
I know, right? It was the shoulder button. Now comes the fun part that we did a lot of on our last stream, which is me. Yep, not remembering what the air dash button is. Okay. It's not that. Oh yeah, it's both bumpers. That's gonna drive me crazy for the little bit of time where we are making sure we didn't miss anything before we start this trial. Because I don't want to get in there and accidentally un-Phoenix Wright myself.
I just realized the walkthrough is going to be kind of awkward since we did everything out of order.
I mean, yeah, it would just be basically... Oh, the game would not stutter, that would help.
Have we seen Witness to the End's apartment?
Yes. I'm trying to think of what all places we didn't do much in. Because I know we can, like, rule out everything in the dead zone. Because that only had, like, a super minimal amount of stuff that you could even, like, investigate. And we found everything there on complete accident.
What the hell? It doesn't seem like there's much to do here.
Well, that's just the Syndicate Apartments. Now we're in Citizen Apartments.
Citizen. This is... Man, being the guy in the chair is hard. How the hell does Ned do this?
Practice and technique.
I promise I won't become a villain and betray you.
I mean, Wiley, if anyone was going to become a villain, I think it could be me.
Oh no!
What?
I'm gonna be reverse Spider-Man.
Yes. Though, Ned is ironically a giant red herring because everyone will believe that Ned actually should betray Spider-Man because he did in the comics.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so we have been here. I should have known we've been here. The doors are open.
Alright, so... There are several blood crystals and relics. And an important key item. Did we get anything important here? I don't remember.
Does it tell you what
The
the
hell?
key item is? It's hard to remember. We have gotten allowed. Well, actually, no. I can check the key items. Let's see here. Blood vial, starlight.
Glistening stone key item.
Glistening stone, small bright stone. Looking at it makes the world go around, fade away. Distant memories are printed on the. Huh. So we do have the glistening stone, so we got it. I don't know what it's good for. Unless I think that might have been for one of the side quests, maybe. I forgot we just have a severed arm. It just says horrific.
Oh no. How terrible.
What the heck is this? Oh yeah, the pile bunker. We got that's how we got to see Diana Gate by complete accident.
Before exploring the garden, head straight to the previous inaccessible apartment block. There's supposed to be a green crest key item. I don't remember all the crests and shit. Oh god.
I think we have all the green crests.
There's a grave?
In the apartments?
Great. One grave behind the building, dedicated to Tamago the Hamu.
Oh yeah, we did find that one.
Ah.
Because remember we found, we got one of the gotcha keychains out there, and we're like, oh, Tamago, cute little hamster. Then we found the grave. Oh no, Tamago! Which I believe is Japanese for egg. I don't know, my Japanese is terrible. My English is hardly much better, which is sad considering I tried to get a degree in it.
To be fair, English is kind of bullshit. There's a lot of, like, exceptions and shit you have to know.
Well, now we're at the gardens.
Perhaps there's a checklist I can find.
That would be useful.
That probably would be better than a walkthrough.
Yeah. At this point, we're basically, for those in chat, speaking of which, hey Moon, how you doing? We're mostly trying to find out if there's anything else we missed, because we don't want to go into this, like, trial having missed anything. Also because we're not sure how long the trial will be, so we are padding the stream a little bit. Because we're professionals. Also, how are the gardens in Syndicate HQ any different? They're basically the same exact spot. I think I remember reading that before. I think we read all the statues. Oh! We can still talk to Yuri. Which is strange, because I thought he said that we basically weren't allowed to talk to him anymore.
You can assign tasks?
What?
With the help of Starlight, Detective Lady Lovedyes, his laptop assistant, you can manually assign tasks to yourself, leaving some of for Starlight to compute and connect the dots for you.
We're gonna have to figure out how to do that in a second.
It doesn't explain how.
Well, then I guess we will check the controls here in a second. I might have just got myself stuck in a prison of arms. There we go! You won't have a grasp on me now!
Firmly grasp it.
Oh, we just never asked him this. Okay. Do you know anything about the third holy seal? Of course not. They're a mystery. Stop wasting time. apparently we managed to miss asking him at least one question. Is there anyone else we did that with? Okay, it doesn't look like it. We were fairly thorough. But yes. Now, let me see if I can't. Okay, first of all, get rid of that. That's the skins. Trying to see if it gives us a command prompt on anything.
One thing's for sure, before we end, you might want to see if you can save multiple files, because there are multiple endings.
Oh, thank you for telling me. I'll do that right now. Actually, no, I'll do it right before we go in there. Just remind me. But, okay, now I'm going to look at the controls. Let's see here.
Oh, you know what it is? I think it might be, what was the last game we played? Except we can actually save slots.
Oh, yeah. Shapeshifting Detective.
Yeah, that one. Like, how you solve it is what ending you get.
According to this, X does nothing.
What?
Also, if I hold down on the D-pad, I can just forcibly respawn us.
I mean, if you get stuck.
I also just found out that
Yeah.
we can... Wow, I never... They didn't even tell us that you could control the music with the D-pad as well.
Oh. Neat.
Okay, so now we gotta try to figure out how to assign something to Starlight here.
Might be an option, maybe not. Case files, inventory. I feel like it would be in case files.
Oh.
Somewhere. Nothing comes up.
Yeah, I don't see any buttons for it. Just driving me crazy.
An assign. Hang on. What are the tasks even?
I don't know.
It
This
wouldn't
is
be
some-
maps. Population? No. Notes?
Where's notes?
The first one? Is that even a thing you can go to?
That's empty now.
Oh.
Because that was basically all of our, like, that was our wayfinding marks. We're totally the best detectives. We found out... This would really be great for also finding out stuff, you know, like, for the whole Kex thing, which basically turned up almost nothing for us.
How about options? Do you think it's an option we can just enable? Like casual mode?
Let's see here.
Evidence assignment? What is that? Every time, why not?
Okay.
So, if I had to guess, I think that would only affect next tasks we get. I don't know if it'll change what we already have. If we have any. For all we know, we could probably be done.
I mean, yeah, I think we found everything we can find. And the worst part is I'm not even finding, like, blood crystals that still need to be found. Oh, there's one all the way up there inside the barracks. Which I'm actually surprised I missed.
It's time to collect collectibles.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Eh. Press the wrong button again. Damn it. Oh, I could have just used this. I'm an idiot. But then again, everyone on stream and you know this, Wiley. Oh, wait a second. This better not be the... Please tell me that I didn't just see the marker that is actually for our gun, which is one of the few things that we will actually be using. Yeah, I think it was. Oh, here's something. Okay, so it is inside here. Or, nope, there it is. Aha!
Those crystals obtained.
So it's all the way up there. What even is up there? I think that's the temple. Now I have the power to just change music, so I'm gonna be doing it. I've got the power. The power of lo-fi beats to study to. I am unstoppable in this new age. Oh, and I can see it. Yeah, there we go.
Are we missing any quest items? Or did we find them all?
I think so.
Those crystals obtained.
Because I think... Just a sec. Okay, we got all the upgrades for that. A lucky doll, which I just realized is just a doll of fucking crimson. Man. Well, I mean, to be honest, I thought that would have gone... she would have had a whole line of different dolls for that. I also want to see if we can find more of this scotch, because we still have no idea who those people are, aside from one possibly being, Wait a second, when do we get this? Lurid Crimson Acid Phone Charm. It's just, it's not even looking like Crimson. It is just a girl in a tied-up, like, shirt with Daisy Dukes and a goat head on it. Oh, that's fucking great.
Have we seen the archaic or anarchic ghost? It's fucking T-posing. I don't remember that.
No, I don't. Where is that supposed to be?
It's citizen housing. There's a ladder that's around the corner from the hatch and the bar entrance, bringing you to a rooftop patio.
Alright, well, citizen housing is over here. We also never found anything else to give that dog. Like, I thought we were going to find way more trees to give the ghost dog. But okay. So, that's the... Let's see here. So, what were the other clues again behind the house?
Was it?
I'm asking Wiley, what was the clue again that it gave you for that? Because it went in one ear and out the other for me. I was too busy focusing.
Also, now that I'm in chat.
Oh! Why, thank you, Wiley. Chat will catch up here in a second. At least it should.
Somebody hand this
There it
some
is.
bitch a
Behind the
beer already,
house,
huh?
there's that. I don't remember when I said that. That might have been another area.
Yeah, well, no, you were just reading the page a second ago. It should still be on your browser.
The T-posing ghost?
Yes!
There's a corner. Examine the door in the back of Sam's bar to activate Starlight Vision's vision engine. Here you'll find the diamond computers. We did that.
Yes, but what about the T-posing ghost, Wily? You skipped ahead.
Take the ladder. There's a ladder around the corner hatch and the bar entrance. So Sam's bar.
Okay. So T-posing ghost must be in the dead zone, technically. Now I gotta get all the way back up to Sam's fucking bar. There we go. Come on. Let's go. Hey. So it is ironic. We didn't find... I don't remember there being any ghosts in the dead zone. Which, you know... Poor titling game. Also couldn't even find Garlic Jr.
Garlic. Look for a ladder.
Yeah, I know where the ladder is. It's right here.
No, there's a ladder that's around the corner from the hatch. You just entered the hatch.
Oh.
So there's an actual like ladder going up. If I understand this correctly.
Well then.
Around the corner? I don't know. So it's somewhere near that hatch. Oh, there.
Where?
You can get on. Go to the building.
Is that what you thought was the ladder?
No, no, no. It's the building. It's Sam's building.
Oh,
there.
okay. Well, we have been up there. I don't remember there being a ghost up there, but we'll check.
There should be a.
Give me a second here. Oh, hey. We've been here, but we never did this. So I know you like to get wet.
Hey. I like to get wet. There you'll find this conversation with Shinji and a blood relic. Drop down and return to the.
True, we also haven't found all of the Shinjis yet.
At this point, you can return to citizen housing and make your way back to the pavilion.
Okay. Citizen housing, so that's just down here.
Who will request that you find an envelope near the agri fields. Have we done this already?
It sounds a
Corporate
little...
corruption.
It sounds vaguely familiar-ish. But we'll check.
I say T-posing, but she's doing like that Titanic pose, you know. Arms spread. I see that blue bridge in the image.
Okay. Oh yeah, the pavilion might be where the dog is, which means we probably did it because we did talk to the dog.
Yeah, maybe.
There it is. Hello, dog friend.
Aw.
He wants more treats. We never did. I thought we were gonna have to find more treats for them. This looks like it would be where it. Oh. Gotten just about everything, so I guess we'll head to the court and we'll try this, what might be one of our shortest streams. Because I don't know how long this, like, case is going to take. I'm pretty sure that's our point of no return, so I will save when I get there.
I assume we picked up all the pickupables.
As far as I'm aware. I mean, it's hard to, like, really place for us, considering we do this game, like, 2 weeks apart every time. But we did put, like, 4 to 5 hours in on basically every stream. So we've done a lot in this game.
Yeah, just out of order, possibly.
No, completely out of order. Remember, we kept...
Yeah.
Like, the first thing we did was stumble on Kex's body before we even knew he was missing. They were just like, well, he's definitely, you know, gone and missing.
Like watching a series, but on shuffle.
Well, no, it's more like we put the plot on shuffle because, like, we found a bunch of random story beats out of order.
Remember to save.
I know, but we still have a way to go before we get to the actual, what's it's called? The words escape me. The courthouse? Sure, we'll go with courthouse. Should be up this way.
Crime determination room. We still have 18 blood crystals? Jesus.
And we could get rid of most of them if we just did a bunch of fast traveling. Okay, yeah, here's the courthouse, and I just gotta find where there's safe spots. Right here.
There's only 3 slots.
Getting saved. Getting saved.
There we go.
Getting saved.
So how many endings does the game have, Wiley?
I do not know. Hang on.
I mean, you can look it up. We're just gonna start this, so let's get ready.
Ah.
Our boss is both attractive and unsettling at the same time.
The investigator. Are you our savior as well?
I mean, I would hope so, lady.
Is paradise worth saving?
Asking the real questions. Have you found the facts and crafted the truth? I'm ready to work through this with you, Lady Loved Eyes. We shall examine your case and cast light upon the shadowy recesses where truth
The door
lies.
to truth will open.
Wow, you gotta love when the game literally tells you this is the point of no return. No return. No return. Ensure that you are happy with the evidence and reasoning. Actually, I'm going to continue this one thing, because right before we do this, we should also probably look over our own notes, Wiley. Oh!
Yeah.
Here's some things. I'm almost salivating. Come back when you are ready. Clarify. Why'd you make architect... Oh, so I'm glad we did this, because now we actually get some answers. The acting leader. Perfect 25 is her design, her vision. The syndicate has been mortally wounded. We cannot let the move to the new island suffer
I
as well.
don't like this.
Law forbids her to be on the council. I have not forgotten her father's crime. She is a temporary leader. We will go to the new island and she will step down.
Got it.
Any assurance on that? The marshal work for the council and the syndicate. They will ensure she steps down.
Sorry.
Oh! Yeah, the same marshals you were... Montserrat was going to basically abolish when we got to the next island because it's supposed to be perfect. Ooh. I'm almost salivating. Okay, so let's see here. Doesn't Witness to the End usually have the authority to end an island? The remaining syndicate members were all submerged in a bubbling swamp of suspicion. This includes Witness.
Crime is repulsive.
You just took jurisdiction? I am impartial. My ego was scrubbed a long time ago. I am fused to this island. I cannot move from the Chamber of Justice. You and I are the only ones free of suspicion. You and I will understand the truths. I am almost... Where are the rest of the syndicate? Some made it out, ferried through to the Paradise Gates to the new island. The rest remain here, the gates sealed after the bloodbath. Are they suspects as well? It's possible that they set a conspiracy in motion before they left. I doubt it, though. Yeah, it looks like everyone who stayed around on the island was basically the conspiracy team, considering it looks like everybody's guilty in some form. Criminals always return to the scene of the crime. They insert themselves in the narrative. They need to know. The rest of the Syndicate are on the new island. The gates are sealed. They can't come back. They cannot revisit. I see. They can't exert influence on the new island or keep tabs on the investigation. If you commit the crime to end all crimes, you need to know how it is playing out. Focus on the suspects. If a conspiracy was initiated by someone who has left, a co-conspirator will be on the island. You will reveal the truth through them. Oh. Why me? I nearly allowed damned Harmony to wipe us out. You don't get exiled for a misdemeanor. You were the victim, not the criminal. The Syndicate is wrong to punish those that smell the rose of a god's deception. The gods are insidious, slithering into your minds. Corruption by astral deity is non-consensual.
The investigator is here.
You're the only one to have ever said that. I was bound by Montserrat and the Council all those millennia ago. Now I can make it up to you.
I'm glad to be back.
Aw, Judge is nice. Also, stop saying that you're almost salivating. Okay, so what I want to do, before we had a chance to ask her some things... Okay. So, the big thing
Yeah, I
here...
can't...
Oh, uh-huh.
I can't find out how many endings there are. There's just no answer on the internet, apparently.
Wow,
it's just
crazy.
multiple.
Okay, so the alibi breaker for Akiko is that said that phone witness when she left the Desolation Shells after Henry's escape. Witness phone records combined with data from the comms tower actually placed her at the Syndicate HQ when she phoned witness. She lied, which yeah, because she was most likely killing those people that she basically made look like the guards. And yeah, the council wanted to basically take her, strip her of her privileges as a marshal and abolish the marshals. Kiko believes in more militarism and expansion. Yeah, she basically wants to put the marshals on the council. And there's all of that. Devoted to her troops. And yeah, she was basically sleeping with one of her marshals. Witness doesn't take phone calls around other people. When he received a call last night, he stepped out on his balcony. This leaves for a 5-minute period where no one can account for Carmelina's movement, which would explain Diana Gate. And yeah, she did make all those secret corridors for them. Crimson has no alibi, but the biggest thing is, okay, Crimson was approached by Akiko in secret to ask about becoming a marshal, which yeah, which would track with Crimson wanting to, you know, basically go back to a life of combat. He doesn't like her secret trading business. He's been keeping an eye on her and knows she wants to give up the life of an idol. Yep. Crimson knows that the secret trading emporium will be shut down on the next island. Montserrat is trying to tighten his control. Ooh, that one's not a good motive for her, but the others are. Yeah, no, that one's not a good motive for him. Let's see here. Doom Jazz has learned that Montserrat is responsible for Doom Jazz's father's death. Oh, we totally forgot about that, Wiley!
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Doom Jazz did possibly give, like, council blood to Sam, so yeah. He's also the only person who could have, doctored Aiz Kawami's bastard data. Was playing an operation that was a repeat of the incident, but this time Akiko was in harm's way. Yeah, and Crimson told me that Doom Jazz and Akiko were in a relationship. Yeah, that one we know. And his... He confirmed that the backdoor of Doom Jazz's lab is a security concern due to the broken Nightmare computer. He can come and go as he wants. Found a black door to Dr. Doom Jazz's clinic. The Nightmare computer is broken, blah, blah. Though we're pretty sure he would have given Akiko the blood that she used to frame Henry. Yeah, they want out to start their new lives. Please confess that she and Sam wanted to get out. They've been denied. Meeting in secret at the farm, which that's where we found out about that. Before leaving, there was an assassination. They helped topple a government. Yeah. Okay. Sam opened the blood lock on the third holy seal using the Kafka memories, sample blood days ago. Lydia remotely accessed the terminal that contains the secret to the second holy seal 2 days ago. Yep, they were setting it up. If only to probably, I want to say, put Witness's chest in there, because I'm pretty sure Witness is technically the one who got everybody killed, but several other people might have taken some shots. Wireless receiver on the demon containment crate hidden inside the council was called by Witness's phone. There's so much stuff going on for him. Let's see here. Does he use a Nokia phone? I just noticed the art for this and I was like, what?
He beat them to death.
Oh, that'd be great to do.
That's not what I mean by phoning a friend.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. An ancient carving detailing the lizard-bodied goddess Enchanted Blue who gives her servants power and physical perfection. Is this what happened to Yuri? Oh, yeah, that's something we definitely forgot about. Tony thinks Yuri is a gore fiend. He's worried that Yuri has released his violent urges after being turned down on a place on the council, which would explain... Okay, let's see here. When was this? Motion by Yuri Knight. Detailed motion table of concern. Additional Yuri Knight. Yeah, so Yuri wanted to be on the council. Now there's no longer a council that can stop him, and it's in need of some new people. Suddenly changing, he became a picture, huh? Only that there was a time when she couldn't contact Yuri. She phoned him while she was at the Paradise Gate, but couldn't get through. His phone records confirm this. I think Yuri's more of a pawn, hoping to basically get higher up on things. I love that she's somehow like this. She is dead! Yeah, I remember seeing New Night last night. The only statue on the island depicting that shows that he couldn't have gotten through without help. This doesn't appear in the Syndicate's log, so he didn't pass through the main entrance. This is the only way he could have got to the council to the building by himself. Does this prove he had help? Yes, because he went through the barracks, which are, ironically, right behind where that computer is. Traces of the council member's blood found under the council building near where Akiko alleges she found Henry after the murder. There are no fingerprints on it. Henry was being framed. Yep, okay. Now let's go over the crimes. I love that still Henry is the most framed because of all these things, even though we found, like, quite honestly, like, a ton of information that says he didn't do it.
Yeah.
There are petals outside the murder scene. Yuri wears pink flowers in his hat. This proves he was at the penthouse. There's a weird island, and he doesn't prove he went through the seals. Okay, there's a blood trail leading out of the council penthouse. It abruptly ends at the wall. It matches Diana Gate's blood sample. He was wounded in the penthouse last night. He was shot by Montserrat. Confessed to killing the council as part of his mission given to him by his mother, which would, of course, be our girl, Carmelina. Yeah, and then there's just plain the demon that was in there. Council members were killed by a perfect blade. The killer has perfect knife-like claws. Yeah. Okay. Unsent letter to Crimson by Kex is accusing her of using him to find the secret of the second holy seal. The key is missing, and he's going to tell Montserrat that Crimson took it. Which, that's bad, so that probably explains why she probably killed him. Let's see here. Crimson told me that she acquired the key to the second holy seal from Kex, but did it on behalf of Witness, which makes sense because he's basically probably working with Sam and Lydia to get that box in there. Okay, Kex's body is at the bottom of the cliff. There's a load of evidence in Kex's workshop related to Crimson. Did she drag and dump his body? Tufts of goat hair. Yeah. A gaudy ring with a blue sapphire is found in Kex's death grip fist. Was he clutching this so dearly when he died? Is this related to the attacker? Thanks to Lydia. Looks like it can be identified as Yuri's ring. Boat ride shut down. No one found the boat while breached secret law. Yuri also shut down the boat rides that allowed people to see. Yeah, that makes sense since Kex figured out that he got the second Holy Seal symbol. Well, no. The second Holy Seal information was from Kex, and that would explain how Lydia and them got in, because Yuri probably told that to Lydia and them. They also had that remote access from those obelisks. If you can, check right here. Henry could have found a way through second seal. Yep, cliff tire tracks. Crimson yeah, do. Shinji found a space helmet discarded near the entrance of the second seal. There were pink petals there. Yeah, so that points to him. He also had the obelisk access. Logs on the nightmare computer connected to the obelisk show that Yuri accessed them, meaning he knows the secret of the Holy Seal. Yuri slipped up. He admitted that he knows about the secret of the obelisk, too. That was the only gotcha moment we had during this entire, series. Yeah, we basically know that Akiko just made it so Henry could escape. He is just a fall guy at this point. And Akiko, yep. Akiko prevented Dr. Doomjazz from examining the bodies of the murdered First Seal Marshal. She claims it was to honor their memory, believing she had already had the killer in custody. Captain Voff was one of them, and he wasn't part of the bodies because we got the prisoner transfer. Two citizen prisoners had been moved from the barracks to the prison. What's the maintenance shed thing? I forgot about this one. Maintenance shed near the council building shows signs of drag marks and human waste. Oh! Yeah, we did find that because we were like, ooh, that looks like poop. Are any footprints? Maybe whoever was in there was restrained. Is this where Akiko stored the two prisoners she removed from the barracks? Okay. Yeah, that'll explain that we didn't know that that actually was tied to her because it's been so long since we found that out. Yeah, the dead marshal's blood doesn't match the records of the marshals that were supposed to be stationed there. And Akiko told me that the blade Henry took from her is new and unused, giving it a perfect blade, whereas the guards were murdered with a ragged blade. And this one is less... Yeah, they're the red herring for killing the guards, because they got... I had to say it was the demon box in there, okay. And here's our boy, yep. Yuri definitely giving the book that started this whole incident to Henry. And we know he killed her, but we also know that it might have been basically orchestrated by these two. Remove Grace Bloodline's neck from her examination. Look closely to see her bruising around the throat. Oh! Oh yeah, no, Carmelina killed Grace. Yeesh, I had to put all these clues together. I'm glad we went through this, Wiley.
Yeah, there's so much.
And we only know this because this ties into the fucking marriage to witness that we had no idea about. Telling her to leave Grace unattended with Henry. She forgot to encrypt it. Leave her alone with him. One last kiss said that Carmelina accompanied her to, Henry's exorcism. When Akiko left Grace alone with Henry, it was to speak to Carmelina. Yeah, and the sigils weren't burned in like everybody else because of his demon bloodline technique is what I'm going to call that. Yep, no, we know that you definitely just stole a demon. Doomjazz is missing. A sample of Kafka Memories blood, council blood for his clinic. Did Doomjazz use it? Nope, he gave it to Sam. Okay, yeah. Oh, what's this one mystery one up here? Ah, the tampered birth records. Okay. Oh. Starlight has failed to classify the evidence that is contained here. Continue your investigations. Well, we don't have any unsorted evidence. This possibly would have been where we could have used that assign thing.
Oh, okay.
All right, Wiley. Let's do this.
Here
Also, I
we
just
go.
realized our gun is apparently a... They don't have a model for the gun, so the image for it is literally a cow skull head on a hand.
The investigator. Is paradise worth saving?
All right, let's go. Time for the point of no return.
The door to truth will open.
Let's expose the
Oh,
trees.
boy.
Love dies.
Are you sure? It's the point of no return, where we descend into madness of crime. Penalty for anyone who you convict of any crime will be death as dictated by syndicate law. Start the trial and cross the point of no return into the abyss of crime. Let's do
Time
this.
to breathe life back into paradise.
I'm overjoyed to hear that. Please wait while I assemble the suspects in the Chamber of Justice. Oh! Wasn't ready for that! Yes, please do explain, Judge. We'll hold a trial for each case file logged in Starlight. Okay.
Show me your truth.
You will choose which suspect you wish to accuse and present your arguments against them. Okay. I'm an impartial tool of justice. I shall analyze your evidence to determine if you have proven your case. Can you break alibis? Can you put the suspect at the scene? How strong is your case? All that matters is that the justice is carried out. I'm not interested in speculation or weak prosecutions. Oh boy. Are you ready for Phoenix Wright, Wiley?
Let's go.
I need the truth. We'll find the suspects
The
responsible for
door
each
to
crime.
truth will open.
Anyone found guilty will be executed. This is the crime to end all crimes. Anyone involved cannot be allowed to infect Perfect 25 with their criminality. This sucks because just about everyone's guilty! Even our friends, the ones we like. You will do the execution. The investigation freak will execute justice! Be confident about who you accuse. Are you clear on how the trials will work? Do you need me to repeat this? Alright, let's do this. Let's breathe life back into paradise. Whoa!
Oh.
Judge? The island is ending. Our home shatters before us.
Do your job.
This farce has gone on for long enough. It is time to move to the new island, Judge. I am the acting leader. I initiate the shutdown.
How dare you?
The prime suspect has been sitting behind bars while the freak runs around the island chasing down false
I
leads.
am the leader.
You have until the end of the island to do your trial. The truth may not be as simple as you believe, Architect. I'm doing this for the good of the Syndicate. Perfect 25 is waiting. You can't do that.
Don't test me.
Judge, the clock's ticking. What does this mean for the trial? We don't have much time, Love Dies. The white smoke of oblivion threatens to consume the truth. You will have one desperate chance to find the truth for each case file. Make it count.
This is nonsense.
The rest of the Syndicate are in an agreement. It is time to move on and execute Henry.
Well, fucking ever.
I was not ready for that. It is fuck you. You're overstepping your authority, Architect.
Crime is repulsive.
Judge, let's breathe life back into paradise. Love Dies, you are authorized to once again wield the your service weapon. Take hold of the chamber full of justice. Oh, that sounds oddly. Oh. Use it at the end of the trial to execute the guilty. Any involvement with the heinous crime carries the
It
sentence
is
of death.
cowardly to insinuate, investigator.
Judge, this is severe. This is the crime to end all crimes. Any amount of involvement is heresy against the gods and an atrocity against the syndicate. Or do you disagree?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I do not. Be strong in your accusations, investigator. The penalty for any of these crimes is death. We know! You've said it like 4 times now. Been a while since I executed
The
justice.
journey into truth and justice begins.
Okay.
Key item.
Oh! Her gun looks cool! You have retrieved your gun. I hope you appreciate how serious your accusations will be. Return to the stand when you are ready to talk. Oops, wrong button. Crimson. Hope you know what you're doing, lady. You better have the evidence you need for whatever you're planning. Oh, it sucks because just about all of you are gonna die, except for Henry, ironically. Henry. This is a formality, right? I'm lined up to get my head blown off, aren't I? That's what we're here to find out. Oh. You know what? I want to see if Akiko will insult us. Actually, I think this entire row is just people that will insult us, so.
True.
Grand Marshal.
Call us the slur.
There it is. Nenorosito, you better get this right. Henry did it and needs to be executed. Wrap this up. I love this, like, one where we can just be like, yeah, hey, Judge, fuck you. I want this crime pass. That has to be one of the endings that we can do on the stream. I do love her design, though.
E.
Nipsey Russell. Freak, get this over with. We all know who did it. You are wasting my time. Witness. Lady Love dies. This is it, isn't it?
The gods are radiant.
The reckoning. The future of paradise. I hope you make the right choices. So do I. You do realize that you are the most guilty man in here. Like, everyone in here, except for Henry, ironically, is guilty. I just realized the dog is looking at us.
Angrily.
This is
aggressively.
nonsense.
Investigator, the island is ready to die, and the new one started. Do not delay in prosecuting Henry. All the evidence points to him. Yeah. Now we gotta talk to our friends who we're most likely going to kill, despite us loving them. Lydia, Sam.
Aw.
Hey, LD, we're cool, right? We're in the clear, aren't we? We'll find out at the trial, guys. Oh, that's the worst thing to hear from your friend, the prosecutor.
Oh no.
Doctor. Love dies. If you prosecute me, will I get a conjugal visits? This man! Horny on Maine to the very end. Sorry, Doc. The punishment for this crime is going to make that difficult. Just be glad I won't shoot you in your dick.
Lady Love dies.
We'll begin in the trials. Okay. Henry allegedly escaped during his execution, broke through the prison bars, and head to the council building, murdering the martial guards, traversing the Holy Seal. Okay. How did Henry escape? How did the accused killer break out of incarceration? Is it as the report states, or did something else happen? Henry Division is alleged to have escaped the desolation cell and murdered the council. Investigator, peel back the shroud of inscrutability and bring forward the sweet smile of truth.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a lot for her. Okay, so this is how it goes. Oh! Look at that! Look at that, changed sprite for her.
Crazy eyes.
They all have different sprites. Okay.
Ooh.
I love that his is the
Except
same.
for him.
It's just a snarl. Aww.
Oh, she's hiding the barcode.
Oh, he's got star eyes! I love. That's the one. We got to see that one early. Yuri ages up with that one. Look at his old man face compared to his, like, regular face you see up at the top. I love that we can just accuse one last kiss. Then there's Dead Diana Gate. There's a demon.
Is he the only one with a number? Well, I guess military.
doesn't let me scroll with the controller, so but we do know it was basically her. Because Akiko said that she phoned witness. She let him out.
Yeah.
So Henry alleged to escape. Ah, okay, so that's how it is. I have to click her and then it lets us read through all this.
That's a lot of things.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this.
Crime is repulsive.
I mean, this is the part of the this was part of a plan by Akiko.
Rahat.
Nenorocito!
Nenorocito.
Oh, Nenorocito. The freak is lying. Toata hasta ele proco. I can't do that. I don't even know what language that is.
There's an E and an O separately. What?
The Grand Marshal broke the primary suspect out of prison, and she put him in.
Show me your truth.
Present the evidence. Construct a truth.
Ah.
I'm gonna go with this one. I can break Akiko's alibi. The truth requires us to examine Akiko's alibi. Akiko went to execute Henry, but alleges that Henry escapes at 23:52. Which I will read over the evidence presented. Akiko's report states Henry broke free at 23:52. He made it back to the island, broke through the prison bridge bars, went to the council building, breached through the holy seals, and committed mass murder. He was found at 3 minutes, which is supposed to be like just after midnight, with the murder weapon and the blood of the victims in his stomach. She claims to have found him outside the council at 3. I called witnesses. I left the desolation cell to go to the barracks to organize the search for Henry. Can you confirm that Grand Marshal returned to the barracks? The Marshals confirmed that she went back to the barracks.
Got
Marshal's
it.
testimony. However, it is hard to take their word as they are fiercely loyal to you and refuse to give me any physical evidence. Did you confirm the phone call?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Akiko's phone records are apparently classified and the investigator isn't allowed access to them. Witness confirmed that he got a call from Akiko.
Is this a fact?
I took witness's
Oh,
phone and analyzed the records at the comms tower. Starlight did some backtracing on the calls. It appeared Akiko lied. Boom! Ah, Zai, we are playing Paradise Killer, which is a fantastic mystery game with a lot of fun running around and platforming stuff in it as well. And there's a character that I believe I showed you that looks oddly familiar, and unfortunately they might have done some crime, so we feel really bad about having to possibly make them guilty. The call she made to witness wasn't made from the desolation cell. The comms tower put her location at the Syndicate HQ, which throws her timeline of events into question and puts her near the scene of the crime.
Rahat.
Gora Tafa Inoskasa! I mean, everyone's pretty much bi in this game, I want to say. And pretty openly, too. Watch your language in the House of Justice. Ha! We finally found someone who will tell her to stop cursing and using slurs at us. She's lying. Her little pocket calculator is wrong. She hasn't checked my phone. The data is incorrect.
Crime cannot hide.
Witness testified that on the call from Akiko, he couldn't hear the desolation cell's distinctive, dreadful atmosphere or the ocean. Oof.
I don't like this.
That isn't conclusive proof, but it suggests she wasn't where she claims. The rock of secrecy has been lifted and the truth exposed. The Grand Marshal's alibi has been broken.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence, construct the truth. Okay. The time frame in Akiko's report doesn't match up. There is no way Henry could have got off the desolation cell and made it to the council building, traversed the holy seals, and murdered the council, and be found at 03. Akiko lied.
Rahat.
Tachinabe din gura. Can you please insult me in a language I can read on stream? Grand Marshal, respect the civility of the courthouse. Do you have a proper response?
Nenorocito, you're out of your mind.
She's making that up. The freak is making me out to be a liar. She cooked up a little story to frame me. How did Henry cross the island, get through all the seals, murder the council, and exit the building by 03?
What?
Este Prost. He's got a demon in him. The demon gave him speed and strength. There's no evidence to suggest that. That's correct, Grand Marshal. Your word here isn't good enough. You are speculating without any evidence to back it up.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence and construct the truth. Akiko broke procedure when she went to execute Henry. She shouldn't have gone by herself. She was either doing something illicit or giving him an opportunity.
Ești pe bune?
Is that the best you've got? I thought you were supposed to be the investigation freak, speculating with nothing to back it up. Seems like a poor showing for Judge's big hope. She's right, that is speculation, not
Show
evidence.
me your truth.
Okay. Henry was dosed with inhibitors. How could he have escaped if he was fully sedated? Doctor, was his dosage correct?
The island is about to end.
Yes, Judge, as it's been for the last 10 years. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal?
You need to back off.
The demon inside him tricked us. It waited for the right moment. The inhibitors have never been right, but we didn't know. Doctor?
How?
That's quite the claim. It would mean that the demon was capable of plotting and fooling us for a decade.
Theoretically?
There's no medical evidence to suggest this happened.
Crime cannot hide.
Very convenient that the demon pulled the trick off right at the end of the island. Why not attack sooner? This isn't hard evidence, but I am taking it into consideration.
Show me your truth.
Also, welcome, Bubba. We only just started the trial. The bars on the prison bridge were supposedly torn open by Henry with his demonic strength. Starlight analyzed the bars and found traces of thermite, not the demonic residue.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Thermite is a military-grade explosive that burns through pretty much anything. Akiko faked that part of his escape. Grand Marshal?
Do you want to die?
Never trust computers. Her little calculator got it wrong. Henry is demonic. What does Starlight know about demons? The freak tried to analyze something that Starlight doesn't recognize, and the closest match it has is thermite. Residual sample, 68.7% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3 polybutadiene acrylonitrate. Nitrile. No traces of unknown chemicals found. Thermite is an anti-material weapon that burns at extremely high temperatures.
When love dies,
Akiko
all
used
that
to open the
remains
prison
are the
bars
facts.
and make it look like Henry escaped.
Ești pe bune?
This is a lie! A good truth. Please let us sample more.
Show me your truth.
And well, last thing we've got is Henry's alibi breaker. I can break Henry's alibi. Henry stands accused by everyone except you. Do the facts lie? Do you believe in the official version of the events? No, the truth is distorted.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
The facts are wrong. Henry didn't go to the council building by himself. Fuck yeah, this is getting interesting. I love it. Dear Lord, he's got the energy of like Marilyn Manson when he was like actually at trial and went batshit insane. Henry remembers almost nothing about last night except seeing New Night. He specifically remembers seeing the goddess. She didn't speak to him, he saw the goddess. The only statue of New Night is in the barracks, and a normal citizen can't know that because the barracks are classified. Henry has been in the barracks, though. That's where detainees are processed when they are arrested. That statue's in the main barracks ground. Prisoners don't go through there. Correct, Akiko? When I was arrested on Island 13, I only ever saw the entrance to the barracks, which connects directly to the underground holding cells. I'm not answering that. It's classified. You know, that's really bad for you when you're like, oh, this is classified. But, you know, it's to exonerate you of, you know, basically implications in a crime. The biggest crime in this entire game. Grand Marshal, you'll be found in contempt if you refuse to answer. Fine. Arrested individuals are taken through the main gate directly down into the holding cells.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Henry could have only seen New Night if he went through the tunnel that connects the desolation cells to the barracks. When he was arrested and taken to the desolation cells, he'd have to go through the main barracks grounds, though.
I don't like this.
That was 10 years ago. He has lost all of his memories from that incident. The only thing that he remembers is New Night last night. This sounds like a stretch, investigator. The only way to get to the council building from the desolation cells in the window of time that's stated is via the front gate of the HQ. The Nightmare computer logs the HQ entrance have no record of Henry going through them. I don't believe he went through them. If he didn't go through the entrance, this whole case is thrown into disarray. Henry was found with the blood of the victims in his stomach, but I don't think he ingested them himself. Because, oh yeah, we found the bottle. How else did the blood get inside him? I found this bottle on the rocks below where Henry was found. It has been used to hold blood. Starlight analyzed the blood in it and matched the remains of all the council members. How did it get there? There's no fingerprints, but my theory is that someone took the council blood from the scene, placed it in the bottle, and forced Henry to ingest it. Why? To scapegoat him for the crime. They were rushed or sloppy and casually discarded the blood bottle, assuming no one would question the lie. You can't prove this, though. Demonic sigils that cover Henry's body were found daubed in blood at the scene of the first seal marshals. What of them? Henry doesn't draw those symbols. There are no records of this occurring, and it is not in line with how the demon inside him behaves. The sigils formed on his skin through the projection of the demonic language from the demon inside him. The demon scorched him with its own anger. Did the demon make him draw them? No, the demon doesn't micromanage Henry's actions. It just sets him on a path. Henry doesn't speak the demon's language either. I find it unlikely that Henry would perfectly recreate sigils from a language he doesn't speak. How did he get there, then? How did they get there, then? Most likely drawn by whoever was trying to frame Henry. Couldn't he have copied them from his own body? Only if he had a mirror and the time to do it. Very well. Excellent work. You have taken the lid off the box containing the truth. Henry's alibi is broken.
Show me your truth.
Present the evidence, construct the truth. And there's nothing. I have nothing to present. You have proven that the official version of events for Akiko and Henry's movements last night were a total fantasy. Combined with your evidence, you have created a truth that glints brilliantly in the lights shown by the facts. I have considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped in the leaves of the veracity, examined the grains of legitimacy. There is no jury here. I must leave it to the impartial sword of justice within me to stab through the heart that lies and let the blood of truth flow.
Oh.
Dear Lord, woman!
Damn.
I mean, I guess we should really, not be surprised that Judge speaks like this.
Yeah.
And now she's processing! The truth is revealed, the truth is known, the truth proves Akiko guilty. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? The harsh light of truth has shone upon your crime, and you will be sentenced to death. You were sworn to protect our beloved council. You pledged your blade for so long. You were a beacon of purity. Now you'll be executed, and the marshals will lose their leader. The island sequences will never be the same again. Why did you do it?
Do you want to die?
Oh, snap! She's going full Phoenix Wright breakdown. Oh, wait. Someone said I wouldn't hang for this? Who are you gonna accuse? Please, throw more people under the bus. I beg your pardon, Grand Marshal. This was never part of the plan, you pompous tarfa. Who are you talking
The
to?
hut.
Carmelina! Oh!
Yeah.
You said this would work. Now I have a gun to my head. If I'm going down for this, so are you. Oh!
The ravings of the guilty lashing out.
Plot twist, we all did it.
I mean, that's
Litter
basically
Express.
what a lot of the proof shows, Wiley.
Yeah.
I have
Paradise
no idea what
Express.
she's talking about. Tell us everything, Akiko. You have nothing left to lose. If you were set up, you can have revenge.
Turfa!
You promised to induct my soldiers into the syndicate if I helped you. Now I'm going to be executed. Se o sarsina de raha tutu este.
Nenorocito!
You used me. You weren't careful enough, and now I'm going to die.
Nenorocito, you're out of your mind.
I faked Henry's escape. I was supposed to deliver him to the outside of the council building, phone witness and report that I found him after the council were dead. Carmelina.
I am the leader.
She is lying. She has been found out in her own little scheme, and now she's trying to take innocent people down with her.
Aha.
I took Henry through the barracks to the council building. The official report is a lie. Lady Love dies. Sounds like a conspiracy, Judge. Open a case file. Oh!
This conspiracy.
We now have a whole new case file, Wiley! Okay, I love that we have these whole new, like, cards here for, like, when this stuff happens. Lady Love dies. While you are in here, you do not have access to the phones you have been using to record your progress. Would you like to save your progress now? Yes, let's save!
Good thing we have extras.
That's what... I'm so glad you actually, you know, told us to make those accounts, Wiley. Oh, Henry's demonic possession. Okay. Well, I'm going to need to take me another drink of my energy drink, because this is getting good. Wow. Moon has the exact same, like, ID... Like, thing I was saying. I can't words right now. This game is kind of breaking me. But I wasn't ready for how cool this trial would be. Investigator Starlight has logged Henry's possession a decade ago as a case file related to the murder of the council. Is Starlight being overzealous, or do you believe that there is something that warrants investigation? Was someone else involved in Henry's possession in the demonic invasion that spelled doom for the island? Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, he did... Oh. Yeah, no evidence. Well, let's just see if there's anyone else, because I would say that... Let's see here. I want to check here. A book of demonology written before the Great Betrayal by a scholar, Majida. Her studies were focused on speaking with the gods. I found this in a safe in Henry's apartment. Had Henry have access to this? This would have to come from the Syndicate's library. Did Yuri give it to him? Henry said someone gave him the book on demonology. Yuri has access to the library vaults. Has Yuri given Henry the restricted book? The records in the library show that Yuri accessed the restricted vaults, amongst the most dangerous books in the grimoires about the demons and communicating with the gods. So yeah, I think we're gonna throw Yuri at this, because, well... Do you agree that Henry is basically the perfect patsy, Wiley?
Vegeta, what does the Grimoire say about this demon?
It has over 9,000 legion!
Haha. What, 9,000?
Yes!
Heck him. Heck this guy.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Oh, and I just dropped my lighter. Damn it, I was gonna have a cigarette, and now I'm a fool. Okay, I'm knocking over everything. This is fantastic. How'd this even get tangled?
Become cat, knock everything down.
The fact you started that with "come," Wiley.
Become, not cut. Wait.
Well, Wiley, I think Discord pulled a fucky wucky on you, and it knew who was speaking through it, so it just immediately made you just go. It cut off the B part, so it just become "come," and then you said "become" as cat. But to be fair, chat doesn't know this, but the other day I told Wiley, hey, when we sit down to do a watch party with the gang, ping me, because I'll be probably playing like Hades before that, because they just announced Hades 2 is coming out, so I need to really beat Hades. And Wiley's way of pinging me was literally just to send the soundbite he used for his Nirvana "Come As You Come," which is just labeled as "calm." But okay. I believe Yuri pushed Henry down the path to possession.
Oh, so pathetic.
I thought you were supposed to be the investigation freak. You've got nothing on me.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct a truth.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Inside a safe in Henry's apartment is one of the forbidden tomes of demonology from the library vault.
What are you talking about?
What's that got to do with me? Which book? The Grimoire Magida. A frightful tome. How did a citizen come to obtain one of the restricted texts?
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct a truth. Henry told me a stranger supplied him with the tome that would lead to his possession. Someone took a shine to him and slipped him a restricted text. And you'd think it was me? Yes, it is hard to believe that you would like anyone, Yuri, aside from yourself. You're a joke. I had nothing to do with this.
Freak.
I don't consort with citizens. You'll need better evidence than this.
Show me your truth.
Is this a fact or
Yuri,
a
act-
truth?
Whew. Sorry
Oh
about
no,
that.
don't die.
No, we're the only ones probably not dying here, Wiley. Yuri
True.
accessed the vault that contains the book on demonology. I believe Yuri took the book on demonology and gave them to Henry, preying on a vulnerable mind and pushing him towards communicating with the gods. A plan was for him to become possessed. The plan?
What are you talking about?
The freak wouldn't know a plan if she saw it. She's just making up stories and you're going along with it.
Don't make me laugh.
Exile caused her brain to rot. You're letting the freak fool you with lies, speculation, and fiction.
Got it.
The plan will become clear in later case files. There is a conspiracy at play, and I need you to trust me. If I get this wrong, you can reverse the conviction. I'll go back to the Idle Lands, and Yuri can walk free. Someone committed the crime to end all crimes, and the path to the truth is a winding one.
This is nonsense.
We cannot go on trust. This is not justice. Do not dare to lecture me on justice. Look at her! How could you? She's permanently having to grasp a scale. She is literally justice. I am justice incarnate. See? The court trusts the investigator.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct the truth. I am going to present. I have considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped in the leaves of veracity, and examined the grains of legitimacy. There's no jury here. I must leave the impartial shore of justice with me to stab through. Okay, so she's gonna say that every time, so I don't need to say it.
Yeah.
A truth is revealed. The truth is known. A truth
The
proves.
court finds Yuri guilty.
Oh,
Don't make me laugh.
this is unacceptable. Do you know who I am? I have been chosen. I will be on the next council. Oh, please, spill the dirt. This freak has taken away my destiny. I will burn the syndicate to the ground.
Believe what you want.
Yuri, be quiet. No! I am the blessed servant of my goddess. I am destined for greatness. I helped you, and now I am going to die. Oh, Carmelina, you have no loyal friends.
Craft is its own reward.
These are the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught
Don't
out.
test me.
Is this true, Yuri? I mean, we all know.
Don't be naive,
She
freak.
promised me a seat on the new council and to retrieve the enchanted blue from the real world. Which he has to because, you know, he's basically sworn his soul to them. Because all of these, like, syndicate members are basically warlocks. They're like demigods.
How dare you?
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
I got Henry the book on demonology, sent him down the dark path. The plan needed the island to end. Henry provided the answer. I really want Henry to keep popping up and just, like, being like, wow, man, this is kind of weird. Do I even need to still be here? The truth lies within a conspiracy. So I think we might have actually found literally everything, Wiley.
Yeah. It seems that way. There's a lot.
Yep, definitely gonna keep saving after each of these, though.
Game saved.
Oh, the murder of Grace bloodline, so we get to bring this back. Grace was the chief exorcist, and Henry was convicted of her murder, which he allegedly committed during his arrest. One last kiss seems to think that she was set up to die. Yes! Grace Bloodlines was murdered 10 years ago. Considering that all of these, like, things seem to be about, like, these first several, like, parts, we haven't even gotten to anything directly related to the case except for the first case file. Everything else is from, like, 10 years ago because of how long this conspiracy goes. I preside over the trial. I saw the sun's light cast a shadow from the tear and leave only the truth visible. Which you want to go with, Wiley?
I'm here now.
Yeah, I do like that. You didn't have me on the island 10 years ago. Do those terrible events from a decade ago have a link to the tragedy of last night? I investigated at the behest of One Last Kiss. Who is One Last Kiss?
Don't test me.
The ghost of Grace Bloodlines. She's on the island. A ghost of a murder victim 10 years ago is on the
The
island.
truth is all around you, investigator.
Just pops on in! I called the ghost to the stand! Is that so hard to believe, Judge? Can you prove you are who you say you are? Haunted, complex, crescent, drifting sands, satellite. Confirmation, Grace Bloodline's unique blood code.
Sure.
One Last Kiss asked me to find her resting spot. I unlocked her blood vial and she confirmed the codes independently. Oh, and welcome, Wand. Yes, One Last Kiss. First of all, beautiful design with just the right amount of complexity and simplicity. And also, how can you not like vaguely French Calavera Mommy? It's so nice to see everyone again. What do you have to do with the murder last night?
There is corruption on this island, investigator.
I was murdered 10 years ago, allegedly by Henry, who everyone here would have you believe is the council's murderer.
What mysteries are around us?
It makes you think, doesn't it? What if the two are linked? One Last Kiss asked me to investigate her murder. She believes there is more to the official version of events. Do you suspect her? I'm gonna go with no, Wiley, because we don't believe the ghost. We don't believe the ghost did anything. No, I believe she's a victim in all of this. Well done, investigator. You have seen the truth clearly. Paradise gets even more bizarre. The trial continues! Lady Love Dice, drive us along the highway of truth. Okay, now you're just getting weird with the metaphors, Judge. But then again, you have no ego. You have like 5 faces. And you got a bunch of wires connected into you.
We can accuse her again.
Well, she was part of this, remember, because multiple people had multiple things.
True.
And then you see you've got all of our gang. Also, Zai,
Oh.
sorry, we can accuse your Paradise Sona, but we're not going to convict her yet. She's kind of guilty of a different crime. But yeah, we've got the hidden photo that shows, you know, the ring. They split 9 years ago. So they split basically a year after she would have killed her. Also, I was kind of hoping the dog would have like a reaction face along with her being crazy, but no. Dog's just like, I'm a dog. I only get mad when she gets mad. Everything else, I'm fine.
Woof.
Oh, Zai also needs to see the husband. True.
Yes.
Here's your husbando. So this game might unironically ship us, Zai. We'll have to learn how to process that later. All right.
Paradise feels wrong.
I believe Carmelina was the architect of her murder. Oh, I see what you did there, Love Dice. This is nonsense. You have no evidence.
Show me your truth.
When Henry was arrested, Grace was meeting with Carmelina. Carmelina requested to accompany Grace on the exorcism. This is unusual, as it would place Carmelina in an unnecessary amount of danger. It may be unusual, but it doesn't prove that she is the perpetrator.
We have achieved perfection.
Of course it doesn't. The investigator is trying to prove a fantasy. It may have placed me in danger, but the pursuit of knowledge sometimes requires risk.
Show me your truth.
While Grace and Carmelina were en route to Henry, Carmelina sent a message to Akiko. She instructed her to leave Henry and Grace alone together. This message was intercepted before it was scrubbed. Intercepted before it was scrubbed from the server. Carmelina forgot to use encryption. Architect,
Craft is its own reward.
I have no recollection of this. It sounds like a fabrication.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct the truth. I found a photo of Grace's body that has been excluded from the report. It was hidden on the barracks server. You know, the barracks of the marshals, the head of which Carmelina tricked into actually helping her. It showed strangle marks on Grace's neck. Doomjazz took a look at it and suggested that they were done by someone that wore a wedding ring.
Paradise feels wrong.
Carmelina wore a wedding ring at the time when Grace was killed. I suspect Carmelina killed Grace when Henry didn't step up to do it for her.
We have achieved perfection.
This is tenuous, isn't it? Anything could have caused that mark, couldn't it? Doctor?
The island is about to end!
It is my firm opinion that this was done by a ring worn on the wedding ring finger. Bruising can contain very detailed information.
How dare you?
Preposterous. The doctor would say anything to a pretty face.
This is bad.
Back off, architect.
What?
Oh.
Leader. We'll see about that. Why would Architect Carmelina have killed Grace?
I don't like this.
Henry gave Henry demonology books. Henry was being set up to end the island and possibly be scapegoated for the murder of the council.
The investigator
A
is
dead
here.
exorcist means that the demon in Henry would still be around and useful when it came time to pin the blame on someone for last night. When Henry didn't kill Grace Bloodlines, Akiko stepped in and framed Henry, giving him a history of murder. This sounds like a conspiracy, investigator. I believe so, Judge. Very well.
Do your job.
Absolutely not. This is a farce. Hold your tongue in the halls of justice.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. And that's it. That's all we've got. Unfortunately, we can't show multiple people's, accounts. I have nothing to present. You have presented a veritable treasure trove of facts. I have to consider your truth. Ruminate on the implications. Okay, yeah. Soaked in the facts, steeped in leaves of veracity. Dear Lord, do you only have, 2 lines of dialogue for this, Judge? You're gonna make streaming this very awkward. Yep, because then it goes back to the sword of justice. A truth is revealed. A truth is known. A truth
The
proves.
court finds Carmelina guilty.
Hey, robot! Grace Bloodlines was murdered by the hands of the architect. So this is the truth. Thank you for your work, investigator.
This is nonsense.
What? How dare you?
What?
This is nonsense. This trial is over.
I am the leader.
Henry will be executed and the freak will be sent back to the Idle Lands. This is my courtroom. I am justice incarnate. You do not have the authority to end the trials. You have been found guilty. You will receive your punishment. The trials continue.
The dog is there too.
I mean, the dog's always been there. I love that he's just peeking up at the bottom.
Yeah.
Though I should also probably mention this because I posted on Twitter earlier today and haven't gotten around to it, but I might be working with some smart people to try to figure out a subathon or sub-reward goals that might involve a giant collection of Gunpla models I was never able to build. About roughly, I want to say, 23-ish, 24-ish in total. If someone wants to hop on my Twitter and post a link in chat, you can see we're still trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do, especially since some of these kits would probably be paired together for the sake of getting them out to people. But if people are interested, please let me know, because that'll determine if we do in the future, because it won't happen until at least after probably we get done with our next D&D miniseries, which I can now at least say the title of. Join us for our heist as C4 commences. I should probably spell that out in chat, actually. Give me a second. For once, I don't actually have chat up on my phone. I'm a very bad streamer. Do. Here we go. Lady Love dies. While you are here, do you have not access to your phone? Yep, let's save.
Getting saved.
Who killed the Holy Seal Marshals? Well, now we get to put Kiko down for 2 crimes, Wiley. Oh. Last night, the taloned hand of death reached out for the first Holy Seal guards. They were butchered at their post. Who snatched the life from them? Was it the accused, or is this another truth skulking in the periphery of our knowledge? They were elite marshals and gave their lives guarding our beloved council. How were they killed? Not sure which one we want to do. Also, thank you for posting that link, Robot. As always, Wiley, I'm letting you pick. Let me know.
Let's shrug and then explain.
I have a bad feeling about
I have
this.
reason to believe the killer may not have breached the seal last night. There is evidence that points to one or more killers breaching the seals and planting the tools for murder 2 days ago. What about the murdered guards? They were murdered last night, but their murder may not be tied to the actual murder of the council.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
I will show you the truth. Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be her, but let's... Yeah, we could blame her, but no, that's for when we get to the actual piercing of the real seals. I hate they consider just two guys, the actual, like, holy seal, like, guards. Because, yep, we also got the alibi breaker. And all of this.
Paradise feels wrong.
The Grand Marshal holds the answers. Nenorishito, you're out of your mind. Este pleb de rehat. You dare accuse me of murdering my own marshals? Este bolno.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct the truth. They're not your marshals. An unexpected glint of truth in the riverbed of mystery. The dead bodies at the first seals aren't marshals. That's a lie, Nenorachito. Where are the real marshals? Which do you want to go with, Wiley? They're both basically the same. Though I want to say it would probably be this one.
Yeah.
I have
I
a bad
agree.
feeling about this.
My suspicion is somewhere in the barracks. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? Dor o min quina. In Salasino tarfa curva. Dear Lord, I'm half tempted to make a supercut of me having to go through all of these, like, streams trying to read whatever she's saying at us. And then just cringing. Grand Marshal, this is a courtroom. Keep your language in
I
check.
have a bad feeling about this.
A blood sample from the dead guards doesn't match any records for the marshals. She's lying. Her little PDA got it wrong. That's the worst part of your defense, is that the literal supercomputer gifted to us by the person that is literally in charge of proving your innocence or guilt is wrong. Did Starlight get it wrong? Is this really the truth?
Is this a fact or a truth?
This is the truth, Judge. The blood doesn't match. Those bodies are not marshals. Did you run a DNA test on the bodies? No. Dr. Doomjazz told me that the server containing the necessary DNA files has been corrupted. Is this true?
I see.
Yes, Judge. My system's automated backup failed. I checked the one on the moon, and that had corrupted as well. Can we recover the data? The only people that can are on the next island, and we're in lockdown. Do you suspect foul play? There's no way to tell. Troubling. Carry on,
The facts
investigator.
and the truth are not the same.
Akiko refused to let Doomjazz examine the bodies. Why? She didn't want to dishonor their sacrifice. This is a break in procedure. They gave their lives in service. Their bodies should not be desecrated by an examination.
Crime cannot hide.
I believe she was trying to hide the blood that didn't match. Why?
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Akiko is in a relationship with Captain Voff, who was stationed at the first seal last night. Don't you dare say his name, Nenorachito! Do not dishonor him with your lies! How do you know this, Love
I
Dies?
don't like this.
Crimson testified to it. Cecita air? Miss Acid? I can't divulge my sources, but it's true.
Paradise feels wrong.
Relationship between the Grand Marshal and her troops are expressly forbidden. Dr. Doomjazz testifies that the Council had found out about her relationship with her troops. You really can't keep anything to yourself. Help if you see a bit of leg, can you? I mean, true, he did sleep with us.
You've got this wrong.
I'm sorry, Akiko. Never thought you were involved with any of this. I am duty-bound to aid an investigation. Did it work? Did you get laid? Fusti Agayo? I mean, yes, it did, but we didn't sleep with him for information. We slept with him because he's the only person on the island to sleep with. You know, do not taint the sanctity of this Church of Truth.
I don't like this.
Aiz Kiwami told him that the council were going to strip her of her authority on the next island. If Akiko knew this, it would give her motive to kill the council. Soldiers are sworn to give their lives in service. As their commander, I didn't take the honor of a glorious death from them. Oh, yes, you did. Which you want to go with? They're both basically the same, Wiley.
Accuse.
You're lying. Oh, dute Draculi domana.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Akiko didn't want her troops to die. She knew about the murder and switched them. Can you prove
Crime
that?
is repulsive.
Akiko removed 2 prisoners from the barracks prison. Do you have proof they are the murdered guards?
Don't test me.
No, but they are unaccounted for. They were never logged back into the prison after being removed. Can't even make up a convincing story for her
Don't
lie.
test me.
The maintenance shed near the council building shows signs of habitation. There are drag marks and human waste inside.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Akiko stored them in there, switched them out, and when the time came... Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
Oh, that was just one
There's
thing,
so much.
Wiley!
Oh my god.
Okay, we thought... So, we definitely thought that the stream might be really short because we didn't know how these trials would go. We didn't realize how much reading there would be. But it's actually worth it to see all this, like, banter.
Got it.
The guards were killed with a damaged blade. A damaged blade? The lacerations on their throat were ragged. This indicates a blade with nicks or damage would have caused them. Akiko's sword is bow damage and would have caused the messy lacerations on the victim. Akiko staged the guard's murder and scapegoated Henry. This fits with her plan of faking Henry's escape. What's the grand plan, Love Dies?
Got it.
We've got more case files to go judge. What about the blade Henry was found
I
with?
don't like this.
Henry's blade was a new, perfect blade. It doesn't have a serrated edge. It wouldn't have made a ragged cut. Also, give me a second here
When
to take
love
another drink, because
dies,
I am
all that
already
remains
wearing out
are
my
the
tongue.
facts.
There we go. Akiko staged the guard murder and scapegoated Henry.
I have a bad feeling about this.
She made a mistake or got too cocky, though, and didn't use the right blade to kill the guards. Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
Akiko's alibi has been broken. Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
Is this a fact?
Akiko staged
Or
the
a
guard's
trick.
murder and scapegoated Henry. She has a previous conviction. Why else would she have aided his escape? Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
Good work, Love Dies. I've considered it true. For remaining implications, yep, okay. The truth in this case file sparkles brilliantly. The truth is revealed. The truth is known. The truth proves Akiko guilty.
Crime cannot hide.
Got anything to say about this one, Akiko?
I'll kill you.
I was ordered to kill my troops. I would never do that. Bonds born on the battlefield cannot be broken. I love that she's basically doing the. I'm pretty sure that's the Joseph Joestar pose. Oh no, not Joseph. Jonathan Joestar pose.
This is nonsense.
That's a
I
lie.
beg your pardon?
She's lying. I switched the guards out for the prisoners and killed the fakes. Why didn't you admit to it when you told us about the rest of your
I'll
involvement?
kill you.
Are you stupid, Tarfa?
Soldiers of honor.
Before all of this, I was a soldier. I will be a soldier until I die. Soldiers always see their mission through. I was not going to have my name further tarnished if you hadn't gotten the evidence. I will be executed regardless. Soldiers must maintain their dignity no matter what. You've been just cursing at us like the entire trial. What dignity do you have left? The truth becomes clear. Oh, that's only 3 case files, Wiley.
Oh.
Yep, and now we save.
Getting saved.
So we could just go with the completely fucking stupid option for a quick one after this and just blame Henry for everything.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Just do the stupid route.
Yeah, we'll do the
Just for
stupid
shits and
route,
giggles.
because hopefully that won't take as long as going through this one.
Blame the demon for everything.
So Kex is the Syndicate's master craftsman and designer of the second holy seal that protects the council. He hasn't been seen for a number of days. Very dead! That was the first thing we found out when we started playing this was, oh, that's a dead body! And we totally weren't supposed to find that. Our craftsman, Kex, is missing. Was he a victim of a crafted tragedy? He disappeared a number of days ago. Strange for a Syndicate member, but suspicious because he crafted the second holy seal. Did someone try to obtain the secret from him? Investigator, do you know what happened to Kex?
Don't test me.
He's dead, lying on the rocks of the coast, on the coast of the island. Dead? The fangs of the death grip this island so tightly. How could this happen? Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse. Crimson's pretty up there. She spent a lot of time with him, and she got the Holy Seal. But we also know that it was probably Yuri. Like, I think Crimson might be the only person who we don't actually accuse. Like, normally, if it was anything except for, like, find the body with the ornate ring and the boat ride info, I believe it was Crimson. Like, let's go over this here. So yeah, we got the unsent letter to Crimson where is accusing her of using him to find the secrets. He was also obsessed with her. Okay. For a second there, I thought I saw evidence. Alright, Wiley, let's do this.
Yeah, I am biased.
Don't tell me that you're waifuing the goat!
Listen, there are two good reasons, alright?
Yeah, I think I see them every time we actually look at her sprite. Two very good reasons.
Yeah.
They're her horns.
And of
When
course.
love dies, all that remains are the facts.
I believe Yuri is behind the disappearance. Want to save me some trouble here and cooperate, Yuri? I'm not going down without a fight, freak. You're already down! We've already accused you! You're going to be shot! You need to prove it.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct a truth. We'll save that. Yuri shut down the boat rides on the island on the same day that Kex went missing.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yuri picked a bad place to dump the body and needed to make sure it wouldn't be found. Yuri.
Don't be snide with me.
Shutting down the boat is one of my duties. There's nothing out of the ordinary.
Is this a fact?
Why
or a
do it
trick?
early? Who cares about the boats? They're only there for the citizens who try and block out the mundanity of their existence for a few minutes. I shut them down early, so what? I was just getting work done.
Show me your truth.
There are drag marks leading away from Kex's workshop. I believe Yuri killed him to get the keys to the second seal and tried to hide his body. Those could have come from anywhere. This is a farce.
Show me your truth.
Kex's dead body was clutching Yuri's ring. How do you know it belongs to
I
Yuri?
don't like this.
Lydia confirmed it. Yuri had apparently lost it. In this case, he lost it in the hand of a murder victim. Kex had it in his death grip. I believe he pulled it off in the struggle when he knew he was going to die. He held onto it in death to give us a clue.
Don't make me laugh.
Someone is trying to frame me. They stole my ring and planted it at the scene. Is there any evidence that the ring has been planted? None. The fist was gripping it tightly. If it had been planted, it would have had to be done before rigor mortis set in.
Insufferable.
You people are out of your minds. This wasn't me.
Show me your truth.
I have nothing to present. The truth shines like the moon on a cloudless night. Was this part of your orders as well, Yuri?
I will be on the next council.
Ah! We confirm it! Fine, I got the
Hey.
key for the second seal from her. From her. Kex was an unfortunate casualty.
Craft is its own reward.
This is the ravings of someone deceived by a god that has been caught out. We'll get to you later. Well, yes, because we also have convicted you as well. and you got it by
How
force.
dare you?
He wasn't supposed to be like that. I offered him a council seat and hoped he'd turn. We fought, and I smashed him with a tool he had lying around. How did you get the key from him?
You got nothing on me.
His laptop was unlocked. It wasn't hard to find. Dear Lord, you are like easily the worst at this, Yuri. But then again, we realize you only got your position and your looks by selling your soul to a god. Now I've gotten a good look at the poses that everyone is making in this game. They are pretty much all doing JoJo poses, specifically the main characters from each of the story arcs of the JoJos. True, I just haven't paid that much attention to everyone. Though no one is fully doing the Joseph pose, because Joseph's pose is a leap.
Worthless.
I copied the files, dumped his body, and left.
Do your job.
Nonsense. I have considered your truth, blah 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 blah.
The court finds Yuri guilty.
Lady Love dies. Okay, yeah, that's just for saving. Wow, Wiley, I think we actually discovered something. There is one person who is actually innocent in everything, and that's Crimson. Okay, the second Holy Seal. The council constructed a doorway to a plateau in space. The dreadful monuments there are used to open the second Holy Seal. Lady Love dies. What is the second Holy Seal and how is it breached? Take us for a holiday in the land of the truth. Let us sip a cocktail of facts on the beach of justice. What the fuck? Oh.
Sure. But not because I'm thirsty.
Oh, why do I have to be sober so I can go to work tomorrow? I would love a drink right now for this. With the help of Kex, the council constructed a puzzle based on monuments system on a plateau on a desolate planet outside of our solar system. The door in the council building acts as a portal to this antique part of space.
Ah.
The obelisk on the beach provide the solution to the puzzle and are activated using Kex's key. Or Starlight? The key carries a protocol which handshakes with the obelisk nightmare computer. Starlight can crack it. Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse. Definitely not him. Oh, yeah, Lydia, I love you, but you basically got this key for him. Like, all the keys point to him. Space helmet near, there were pink petals. Connected to the obelisk, show that Yuri accessed them, meaning that he knows the secrets of the holy. Okay, let's look over Lydia's stuff here. I mean, 2 days ago, looks like Sam opened the blood lock on the third Holy Seal. Lydia remotely accessed the terminal that contains the secret to the second Holy Seal 2 days ago. Yep, that she set this crime up 2 days ago. Then there's the tire tracks for her. There's also the space helmet that she hid. I really don't want to do this, Lydia. You're so good, but man. Yeah. Are you ready to break our hearts, Wiley?
Yeah.
Crime is repulsive.
I believe Lydia went through the seal.
What are you talking about, LD?
This is a joke, LD?
Show me your truth.
Present the evidence, construct the truth.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
I found Lydia's tablet rammed down a drain. It contains an email with a file. That file is the key to the second Holy Seal obelisks. Do you have any idea who the sender was? Witness.
Is this a fact? Or
In
a
addition,
truth?
Crimson told me that she managed to obtain the key from Kex on behalf of Witness. That's a revelation, investigator.
Don't test me.
It wasn't relevant into the Kex prosecution at the time. Multiple parties were out to secure the key to the second seal. So Witness got the key and passed it to Lydia.
Don't test me.
I believe so. Miss Daybreak, do you have anything to
It's
say?
complicated.
I don't know what LD's talking about. I never saw what that message was. Do you have proof that she used it?
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Overlooking the obelisk computer is a cliff with tire tracks on. Lydia's the only one on the island with a car.
What are you talking about, LD?
Come on, LD, that's circumstantial. We used to hang out all over the islands in my car.
Show me your truth.
Sure.
The obelisk nightmare computer had been accessed remotely using a wireless device, presumably from the cliff top. There's a clear vantage point, and using remote access allows you to obscure the login.
Show me your truth.
On the cliff top overlooking the obelisk is a scratched out sketch in the dirt of the puzzle solution.
Fine is repulsive.
I believe Lydia used the key remotely, sketched out the solution, and then breached the second seal.
Show me your truth.
Paradise feels wrong.
I found a hidden space helmet that smells of Lydia's perfume. The council uses helmets to breathe in space when they traverse the second seal. Whoever went through the second seal would also need one. You're only linking it to Lydia by her perfume. Any of the council could have used it previously. Lydia's perfume is a unique blend. Only she has the recipe. No one else could have used it with this helmet. Isn't that right, Lydia?
Why?
Don't know what to tell you, LD. Someone's trying to set me up for that.
Why?
I have a unique blend of perfume, but maybe someone got a hold of it to frame me. Did you find
I
any evidence
don't
of this?
like this.
No.
Show me your truth.
I have nothing to present. What about Lydia's alibi? Tell me about Lydia and Sam's alibi. Lydia told me she was at the Paradise Gate with Sam. They started the warm-up sequence and were waiting there while the murder happened. The Nightmare computer logs on the gate confirm this. The warm-up sequence started at 23:57. Have you got anything that contradicts this?
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
As it happens, an alibi for last night is irrelevant. The crime began a number of days ago. What do you mean?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
I have evidence which suggests that the Daybreaks were involved with this crime, but their involvement did not occur last night.
Paradise feels wrong.
They breached the Holy Seals to sow the seeds of the crime 2 days ago. The crime was not one of opportunity. An opportunity was crafted and required prior planning. All evidence I present against them must be taken in this context. Whatever happened last night had the groundwork laid by the Daybreaks 2 days ago. What is this evidence? Trust me, Judge, when we get to it, we'll cover it. The truth is a meal. All ingredients need to be present. I wouldn't do this for anybody else, but there is a reason that I called the investigation freak out of exile. The court trusts you.
Weird.
What the hell? This isn't
It's
right.
complicated.
Come on, LD.
My unit will land.
After all this time, how can you suspect us? We were waiting to leave Paradise.
Huh?
It's a joke, LD. You've taken some facts and made a lie, not a truth. You twisted the world into a new image. You are wrong, LD. Do not question my decision when you are within the domain of justice. We have stopped at the highway service station of truth, Lydia. Oh. Lydia and Sam's alibi is broken. I have considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped in the leaves of veracity, and examined the grains of legitimacy. Do-do-do.
The court finds Lydia guilty.
You have been a faithful and devoted member of a glorious syndicate for so long. Why would you turn your back on us now? The penalty for this crime is death. You will be executed by a bullet of justice from the gun of truth. Oh!
Oh.
This is the end of the eternal road trip, Lydia. Why?
Why?
God damn it, LD! I'm dead, right?
Damn it, LD.
Damn it all to hell!
Got it.
The punishment is execution.
What?
It wasn't supposed to work out this way. This was designed to be unsolvable. I never thought I should be brought back. Yep, there it is.
Oh.
I helped so I could leave these islands behind. I don't care about Perfect 25. Help who? Witness, he said if I helped, I could leave the syndicate. Why would you trust easily the craziest fucker in this entire courtroom? Help with what? Deliver a cargo. I don't know what it was. Heavy as hell, though. Almost cracked the axles. I just had to get it into the council building a couple days ago. Yep. What was the cargo? No idea. I didn't ask questions. I just got inside the council building. It's a black security crate. What about the other seals? God damn it. Yeah, those two. I assume Sam helped you? No, LD, it was just me. I really doubt that. You are going to leave the syndicate by yourself?
Is this a joke, LD?
It's okay, Lydia. I can't live without you, can I? If you're guilty, I'm guilty, aren't I?
You'll regret this.
We promised each other too much, didn't we? That we can't... that can't be for nothing, can it?
What do you believe, Aldi?
We work together. For witness, if Lydia is going to die, I want to go with her. Heaven sounds better than an island without her, doesn't it?
What?
It was 2 days ago, LD. I don't know what the hell happened in that building last night, but we were in there 2 days ago.
It's the truth, isn't it?
We followed Witness's plan and opened all the seals. We took his crate through and hid it in the penthouse.
Crime cannot hide.
The crime to end all crimes set up 2 days ago. We have a conspiracy, Love Dies.
times are looming.
Oh, now you speak up. There is no
The
conspiracy.
gods are displeased.
The guilty are trying to take me down with them, jealous of my righteousness in the face of their heresy.
Bullshit.
That's a bag of crap. You promised me and Sammy that we'd be able to lead the syndicate if we helped.
If you can prove it, sure.
We knew we shouldn't. We knew whatever you were planning would be an atrocity. We've been here too long.
You'll regret this.
There are so many millennia that can be endured, aren't there?
What do you believe, Aldi?
The world needs to be seen. Islands kill the mind, don't they? The truth has become clearer. Yes, they are couple goals, but now they're dying. Lady Love dies. Yep. I was thinking about not saving, but then, yep, Lydia confirmed it. I'm so glad because when it didn't give me any of the, like, red answers, I was thinking, oh no. It was actually Yuri. The game kept telling us the petals mean nothing, but the game was lying!
Getting saved.
Also, give me one quick second here. I need to clear some notifications. But Wiley, how are you enjoying the stream so far?
It is quite a ride.
Yeah.
No pun
it is.
intended.
Also, give me a second here. What is this other thing that's bugging me? Okay, cool. Nothing important. The third seal is a blood lock coded to the blood of the council members. I need to find out who opened the lock on the night of the murder. Someone breached the third holy seal and took a step away from innocence towards crime. Please bring us a meal of truth so that we may gorge on justice. Dear Lord Judge, no wonder nobody hangs out with you! Lady Love dies. What is the third seal? A blood lock that is coded to the council members. To get through it, you either need a council blood in your body or a sample to trick the lock. But we have a confession. Lydia and Sam breached the seals. Is that the whole truth, or does another truth lurk here? I'm pretty sure more truth does technically lurk here.
Yeah.
There's more truth to find. Who went through it? How many truth and justice quotes do you have? Exactly, robot. Well, yeah, there's Sam, which we know. Doesn't take phone calls around people, blah, 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 blah. Make transmissional corridors that allow her to move vast distances. Waste apartment contains the sun. The unknown blood sample that opened the third seal last night was Diana Gates. Okay. So yeah, let's at least... So we can point out... Yeah, there's a dead person here. He committed the crime, but he is related to some people.
Paradise feels wrong.
I believe Diana Gate was the one who could get through the coded lock. Who is Diana Gate? A mysterious killer hidden on the island. A tantalizing truth. The secret lies within the architect's alibi.
How dare you?
This is nonsense. The investigation freak is fabricating a lie.
How dare you?
I had nothing to do with the dreadful events of last night. I was at Witness's apartment all night until we were summoned by Judge for the crisis meeting. That's true. The building logs confirm the entry at 9 p.m. and her exit after the murder. Are you able to disprove it? Witness stepped out onto his balcony for 5 minutes to take a call from Akiko. Carmelina was unaccounted for in those 5 minutes. It takes more than 5 minutes to get to the council building, commit a crime, and return, doesn't it? And the building logs would have registered her returning.
Sorry.
That's true.
Paradise feels wrong.
When Carmelina architected the island, she constructed a network of transdimensional corridors that allow her to move across the island in an instant.
This is nonsense.
That is absolute nonsense. Secret transdimensional corridors? Are you serious? Is the truth really hiding in these bizarre facts?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
I found Carmelina's son in a hidden vault on the mountain. His name was Dianagate, and he gave me this key which unlocks the corridors.
Don't test me.
From this vault, the corridor connects to Witness's apartment and the council building.
Crime is repulsive.
In the 5 minutes Witness was out on his balcony taking a call, Carmelina could have used a corridor to get to the council building. This is a shocking revelation. Can you prove it? Starlight can verify my movements. User LLD traveled between the exits of these corridors in 0.021% of the time it would have taken on foot.
Believe what you want.
This is all a lie the investigator cooked up. I have verified Starlight's data. Lady Love Dies is telling the truth. Why not create a corridor Starlight into the penthouse?
I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't believe you can make a corridor if you don't know the destination. Carmelina has never been to the penthouse, so she couldn't make a corridor to it. There is a corridor leading from outside the penthouse back to Dianagate's vault. I believe he inherited his mother's power to make corridors and escape back to his room by making a corridor. I never expected anything like this, Love Dies. Carmelina had a window of opportunity and used it to travel via her secret corridors, get Dianagate, and deposit him at the council building. Carmelina went into isolation 25 years ago. Why? No one knows.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
She claimed it was to work on a new project, but no one in the syndicate ever saw what the result was. I think she had a child in secret. Who's the father? And now I'm going to light a cigarette before we drop the truth bomb that we already knew for a while now. Unknown. This sounds like a conspiracy. Architect Carmelina's alibi is broken.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct the truth. Alright, let's go with this. So, Dianagate's blood is in the penthouse. He was there last night.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Before he killed himself, Dianagate told me he killed the council. To kill the council, he would have needed to go through the seals.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Dianagate's blood has been used on the third seal lock. The blood lock registered his blood last night.
Show me your truth.
I have nothing to present. Henry's blood was logged on the blood lock, but this was clearly planted. That doesn't prove he went through the lock. Judge, I think you and I both know that this is bigger than Henry, and he's being scapegoated. The truth is strange on the island. I agree. A truth is revealed. A truth is known. A truth proves...
The court finds Dianagate guilty.
Okay, that was a weird way to say that name.
Dianagate. Ugh. I like pronouncing things weird, but...
I think it's supposed to be Japanese because his father is Ai's Kiwami, but it might also be a whole nother thing. Like, someone in chat can... Oh, Dianagate. So yeah, it is Japanese. Robot, do you want to see if you can get a translation for us through Google?
Dianagate.
I love that we got both of them because we already confirmed Sam at the last one. He also just looks... I can't take him seriously with the X eyes.
Getting saved.
Who breached the fourth holy seal? I love that image. That's a cool image. The fourth seal requires godliness to get through. I need to find out how someone tricked the seal. The fourth holy seal lies deep within the dense fog of, the deep fog of abstruse mysteries this island has to offer. Love dies. What is the fourth holy seal? It requires godliness to pass through. Godliness? How do the council pass through
Don't
it?
test me.
Montserrat owned a piece of Crying Bludge's flesh in a pendant that would allow him to open the seal. This means that the council can only enter with Montserrat. But we have a confession. Lydia and Sam breached the seals. Is that the whole truth, or does another truth lurk here? So more truth, or only truth?
Fuck. What's the other one look like? Same portrait? I want to shrug.
I don't like this.
That is the only truth. I discovered a safe in Sam's bar containing a lump of strange flesh. This was god flesh carved from Crying Grudge. A safe containing god flesh? What is going on?
Is this a fact?
Sammy has a
or a
secure safe
treat?
in the storeroom of his bar. I cracked the code and found god flesh. I am harrowed by this revelation. I can totally tell by this pose that you haven't changed this entire time, Justice. I keep wanting to call her Justice, but she's Judge.
Crime cannot hide.
Sam told me the god flesh in his safe was being stored for a witness who said it was for the good of the Syndicate. Sam claims not to know what it was when he was given it.
Got it.
I went to see Crying Grudge. He told me that witness carved this lump of flesh carved out this lump of flesh himself. A god was defiled? What is this heresy?
Sure.
Crying Grudge has some stories to tell. His flesh was used to breach the Fourth Holy Seal. Unthinkable. Sam got through the Fourth Holy Seal, putting him outside the scene of the crime. A truth is revealed, a truth is known, a truth
The
proves.
court finds Sam guilty.
We didn't even choose anyone!
The truth is known.
Oh, we needed
Oh.
that because there's another one. Because I think that there was also, because Carmelina also had access to the god flesh. But then again, we've also already got her down for one crime. They're both dying anyway. Do we want to save Wiley or not?
Well, we have other slots. We may as well use the second slot, right?
Oh, I picked don't save, damn it.
All good. We can just do it all over again.
The mystery of the dead killer demon. I mean, I forgot about this part. Demonic invasion occurs. Most islands and the marshals hunt the demons down. What the hell is one doing inside the council's penthouse? Lady Lovedyes, you have a case file about a killer demon inside the penthouse. The truth in play grows bizarre like an old tree grows gnarled. A killer demon? What killer
Don't
demon?
test me.
I found a dead killer demon inside the council penthouse. There aren't supposed to be any demons on the island. A killer demon in the council penthouse? What was it doing there? It has the blood of several council members on its claws. It was involved in the murder of the council. It appears that it burst out of a hidden security crate that attacked the council. How did it die? Montserrat shot it during the murder. There was a Fukata bullet that came from Montserrat's gun in the killer's demon's head.
Is this a fact?
Anything to
or
do
a
with your
treat?
cargo, Lydia? Black security crate?
I have a bad feeling about this.
That's it. It really contained a killer demon? Looks like it.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
That makes witness guilty. Working in the light of the gods makes me guilty of nothing. You need to prove any accusation in court. He's right, Lovedyes. The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction. The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction is for another case file. The truth about where it came from must be dredged up from the swamp of mystery first.
Oh.
I just want to see if there's anyone else. No, I didn't think so.
Oh, we can't.
No,
Oh, we
I do-
can't choose the demon.
Well, no, the demon is the one who killed the council. Though I do love the art for the demon. I just wanted to show that off because we couldn't
Yeah.
actually see it in the council room. Because whatever we did when we tweaked the graphics to make them easier on the eyes got rid of all our ability to look at images.
Paradise feels wrong.
The righteous man transgressed. Witness is the origin of the killer demon.
Under the gaze of the gods.
Laughable. I am a holy man, not a sinner. I found the killer demon along with a demonic containment crate in the penthouse. A demonic containment crate is some kind of incarceration device that imprisons a demon with holy restraints. There are bindings and manacles covered in holy wards. These restrained the killer demon and kept it contained. Why? It was likely placed there ahead of time as a means to kill the council.
Show me your truth.
Present the evidence.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
There's a secret demonology lab hidden within the dead zone. The lock on it is coded to Witness's blood vial.
Blasphemy!
There's an old panic room. I never used it for demonology. Someone has planted that evidence.
I don't like this.
That lab has the same crates as the one in the penthouse. During the extermination 10 years ago, Witness managed to capture a killer demon and contain it.
Endless heresy on this island!
A heretical accusation. How could I have
I
done that?
don't like this.
There's a tunnel running from Sam's bar to the dead zone. Witness has been seen using it to access the dead zone.
What?
Seen by who? A sinner who would besmirch the name of a holy man?
Show me your truth.
Crime is repulsive.
Carmelina confessed to me that Witness maintained a secret demonology lab on the island in an abandoned bunker.
I am innocent in the eyes of the gods!
I love him just yelling randomly. Lies! Lies! Lies!
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods!
It's the persecution of the holy.
Show me your truth.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Last night at midnight, Witness made a phone call to an unknown number. I'm getting my accents mixed up. That number matches the number on the receiver attached to the demonic containment crate inside
I
the
have a
penthouse.
bad feeling about
The
this.
receiver was designed to open the crate when it received a call. This would let the killer demon out, presumably to attack the council.
Surely this is a joke!
A ridiculous accusation. Why would I want to release a killer demon? Demons are abominations!
Crime cannot hide.
Why not explain how the phone number you dialed matches the receiver?
You sinners lie and a scheme!
I cannot explain the lie fabricated by a sinner. Can you prove these accusations? I verified the data by using Witness's personal phone in the comms tower. He made a call and the receiver picked it up, unlocking the demonic containment
I am
crate.
still bathed in the glory of the gods!
Lies.
Show me your truth.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
We have the testimony of Lydia and Sam.
This island is full of sinners!
People who face the death sentence have nothing to
Another
lose.
sinner.
Yeah, that's kind of why it's considered a pretty good, truthful testimony. They can say whatever they want. There's no consequence when you stand over the precipice of execution. He's right, investigator.
Show me your truth.
I have considered your truth, blah, 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 blah.
The court finds Witness to the end guilty.
You have overseen so many wonderful islands. Why turn your back on us now?
Blasphemy!
Such is the burden of a martyr. You may think of me as a sinner, but I work for a holy purpose.
This island is full of sinners!
You have all strayed from the path, and the gods weep.
Crime is repulsive.
I hope they weep for you as well. What was the play here? The killer demon was placed in the penthouse as a remote weapon. The security crate was hidden in the room. When the killer demon was released, it attacked everyone in the room on sight. That sounds risky. I don't know if it was meant to kill all the council. Just the presence of the killer demon would be enough to scare the council. A dreadful truth. This time we will save, because we've got the backup, and we'll use slot 2 for doing a quick just blame Henry and see what ending we get.
Getting saved.
Oh, there's Montserrat's art. I love his hat. Last night the council were murdered as they birthed the next island through meditation. Was it a power play or killing for kicks? Who did it and why? The crime to end all crimes, the murder in the night, the paradise killer. Who killed the council? The truth has aged like a fine whiskey. Who does the whiskey on this island? How does the whiskey of this island taste? Pour our glass of truth so that we may sip upon a vintage blend of justice. Oh, Lord. I want to know who held the knife. If the killer was set up by a mastermind, we will deal with that later. I want to know who gripped a knife. I have a murder in their palm of guilt. Show us the ultimate truth. Just gonna take phone calls. Blood trail. The blood smear at the scene doesn't match any of the council members. The blood splatter is from a gunshot. The bullet in the wall is a Fukata round. Confessed to killing the council. A knife covered in the council's blood was found on Diana Gate's corpse. There's a demon inside the council. Has been shot in the head. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on the killer demon. So we've already got witness for it. And Dino Nigate. It's hard for me to like rewrite saying his name for the better part of the last month as Diana Gate, but it's now Dino Nigate. That's an acquired name for the palate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we convicted Carmelina at some point.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, we did get her because of Grace Bloodline's death, so she goes down either way. Which do you want to point it on, Wiley? Because I think this one is kind of just circumstantial. Because either way, they both basically... Either one of these probably killed at least a few members of the council each.
Yeah. And they're both dead already.
Yes! Which do you want to go with?
Let's go with the demon.
Okay.
Always blame demons. Sam.
Is this a fact?
The killer
or a
demon is the
truth?
Paradise Killer.
Show me your truth.
The killer demon was inside the penthouse, surrounded by blood and murder victims. I'm pretty certain he wasn't invited in for a beer.
Show me your truth.
Don't test me.
The victims were all killed in an attack with a clean, perfect blade. The killer demon's claws are covered in blood of the council, and they are large like knives. They are perfectly formed with clean edges. The killer demon was shot in the head by Montserrat during the attack. Montserrat was acting in self-defense.
Show me your truth.
The killer demon has a bullet in its head. That bullet came from Montserrat's gun. It was pretty clear from the scene that Montserrat shot the demon in self-defense.
Show me your truth.
Do. When the day began, I never expected a truth like this. A truth is revealed, a truth is known, a truth
The
proves.
court finds the dead demon guilty.
Who would have thought a killer demon would be
Crime
responsible?
is repulsive.
Witness implemented a vile plan to kill
I
the
am
council.
innocent in the eyes of the gods.
Blasphemy! The Onyxian claws of conspiracy tear at the flesh of this island. I can feel a dreadful shadow of this conspiracy looming over us. Can you explain this conspiracy? Review the evidence and investigator. Okay. Well, there's nothing else for us to do. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna... Alright, let's see how this conspiracy goes.
Paradise feels wrong.
I believe that Witness initiated a conspiracy to kill the council last night. Witness has become a fanatic. He has radicalized himself as a devout servant of the gods. He believes the Syndicate has strayed from the holy mission. I believe he wanted to put the fear of the gods in us. Montserrat was devolving into paranoia and has become a dictator. Witness has repeatedly voiced his opposition to Montserrat's plans for the next island. Witness took matters into his own hands.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Carmelina told me about Witness becoming rebellious against Montserrat's plans.
Got it.
Witness openly rejected Montserrat's plans to wipe certain events from history and tighten his grip on the over Syndicate members.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Witness has become obsessed with the idea of the cleansing tide of demons, like the ancient Great Floods. He wants the Syndicate to be forced to start again.
Crime is repulsive.
The key to Witness's plan was planting a killer demon in the council penthouse. That demon would kill the council, and he'd get away with it. Witness made a call at midnight to a demonic containment crate that had been hidden in the penthouse, unlocking it remotely and allowing it to start its attack. Witness has been experimenting in demonology in a secret bunker within the Dead Zone. He imprisoned the killer demon and later weaponized it. Sam has a secret tunnel running from his bar to the Dead Zone. Witness used that to subvert the security on the Dead Zone to get in. Witness recruited Lydia and Sam into his conspiracy by promising to let them lead the syndicate on the next island. 2 ex-assassins are perfect tools. Witness got the demon containment crate into the council building by using Lydia. She rappelled down from the roof of the penthouse and took it in through the maintenance grate. Lydia went through the second seal on Witness's behalf.
I don't like this.
To the fourth seal, Witness took Godflesh from Crying Grudge to bypass the barrier.
Crime cannot hide.
Lydia and Sam worked together to get the demonic crate through the seals and into the penthouse a few days before the murder. The plan isn't foolproof. There were too many variables. Pinning your hopes on a wild killer demon and believing it wouldn't be traced back to you was foolish. No doubt the intention was a scare tactic more than anything else, to put the fear of the gods into the council to enact change. You used a killer demon as the messenger of an angry god to reshape the syndicate. The plan didn't have to be perfect to get what you wanted. All you needed was a catalyst for change. On a day of horrible truths, this one is of the worst. Why, Witness?
Surely this is a joke.
I am surrounded by sin and heresy. You are all focused on the islands and on your own little ambitions.
The gods are watching
What about
us.
the gods? What about our holy mission? All but one of the pyramids sit empty, and we have existed for
I
millennia.
am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
We are an embarrassment to the gods. The syndicate needed
I
rebuilding.
don't like this.
And you would be the one to do it.
Endless heresy on this island.
The who is irrelevant. More important is why and
The
how.
end times are looming.
Re-establish the priority in our faith. Resume our holy mission. Bathe in the radiance of our
The
gods.
gods are displeased.
I must die a martyr. I tried to do the work of our astral lords.
Surely this is a joke.
I wasn't enough, though. The sin on this island was too great. I hope heaven is everything you want it to be. Witness to the end. You are found guilty of conspiring to kill the council. The punishment is death. The tendrils of conspiracy snake around us. Starlight has a case file that will help us chop back the tendrils and expose the truth hiding within. Review the evidence, investigator. Oh. Yes, and Carmelina's conspiracy. I almost forgot. Oh, Lord. Let me take a drink. Do I have any? Yes, I have apple juice left. This is funny considering on, like, Stream 1, you found evidence related to Lydia and Sam by total accident. Yes. Well, actually, Wand, we found all of our evidence on total accident. Most all of it was found by us randomly running around and just looking for either money or to see what we found. Can you explain this conspiracy? Can you refine a truth from the ore of crime?
Don't test me.
I believe that Carmelina initiated conspiracy to kill the council last night. She created Perfect 25 and wanted to make sure it was hers. Carmelina is being punished for her father's crimes. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council as part of his punishment. Crimson told me that Carmelina has put in a number of motions to join the council that have all been denied. She is a genius architect that has helped the syndicate birth a potential perfect island. Does she feel she deserves a seat on the council?
The facts and the truth are not the same.
She knows the 25th island will be perfect. Is she worried she won't get credit for it?
Got it.
Witness testified that he is very worried that Carmelina has changed. Maybe she expects more reward for her craft.
Crime cannot hide.
Carmelina has a secret child, Dino Nigate. She kept him hidden in a trans-dimensional corridor that she built with her skills as an architect.
Is this a fact?
When I found Dino
Or a
Nigate,
truth?
he told me his mission had been to kill the council. He had a knife slick with the blood of council members. He completed his mission. Dino Nigate would birth a new syndicate, dying for Carmelina's sins.
Crime is repulsive.
Carmelina took a lump of flesh from the god Crying Grudge to get through the fourth seal. She fused it to Dino Nigate's body.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Yuri confessed to being recruited by Carmelina, and he works directly under her, so it also makes
The
sense.
facts and the truth are not the same.
Yuri got the key to the second seal from Kex under the orders from Carmelina.
I don't like this.
I believe Yuri helped Henry obtain the forbidden books on demonology.
Paradise feels wrong.
If Henry became possessed by a demon, it would initiate the end of the island and allow Carmelina's plan to be put into play.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Henry's possession called for an exorcism.
Paradise feels wrong.
Carmelina wanted Henry to kill Grace Bloodlines to give him a prior history of murder. When he didn't step up, Carmelina intervened and killed Grace herself.
Don't test me.
A demonically possessed citizen would be the perfect
Crime
tool.
cannot hide.
Carmelina recruited Akiko to her plan.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Akiko aided her, purposefully leaving Henry alone with Grace.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Akiko faked Henry's escape, putting a possible killer into play.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Akiko knew that the first seal marshals would be killed and switched them to protect her beloved marshals.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Carmelina's plan was achieved by using her transdimensional corridors.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Her alibi looked perfect, but she knew Witness would leave the room when he got a Her alibi looked perfect, but she knew Witness would leave the room when he got a call.
Don't test me.
She knew Akiko would call at the right time and use the opportunity to slip out of Witness's apartment to get Dino Nigate to deliver her killer to the council gate. Do you have anything to say, Architect?
Do your job.
You people would have nothing if it weren't for me.
What?
All these islands that you drift along. All your tragic little lives. All given to you by me.
I am the leader.
I facilitate the syndicate. I craft your
How
homes.
dare you?
I have never been rewarded for my work. I have never been on the council. Always living off to the side. Not even Perfect 25 got me the recognition I deserved. I don't expect the world. Just some kind of reward to show what I did was worth it. Which do you want to go with, Wiley, here?
That's a question.
Was this worth it?
I am the leader.
It would have been. You shouldn't have been called down. I crafted a perfect
When
lie.
love dies, all that remains are the facts.
How did you know you'd be made a leader during the crisis?
We have achieved perfection.
That's the irony. I didn't expect justice incarnate to reverse the law and make me a leader. So what was the play on the next island?
What?
When the chips are down, everyone of the syndicate is a coward and a sycophant. You all want your little bits of power and for your little lives to carry on ticking by.
You have no evidence.
The next council would be scared, all seniority would be gone, and I would be the one who had crafted Perfect 25. I would make sure I had the throne.
I beg your pardon?
My father was a victim, but treated like a criminal. He was executed by a coward. You people never appreciated what others do for you.
Crime is repulsive.
The Grand Marshal would give you a loyal army to make sure of it.
Paradise feels wrong.
The plan failed. The truth is known. You arrogantly believed everyone who would believe Henry, a citizen, was capable of breaching the Holy Seals and murdering the Council. Justice is immune to arrogance. A hideous, heinous truth. A vile truth. Architect, you have been found guilty of conspiring to kill the Council. Your punishment is death. I love that we don't even get to bring up the fact that, like, Henry and Dino Nigate are basically half-brothers to Aiz Kawami, who is also dead. Oh yeah, no, he killed himself. I remember that. The Parlor of Justice has played host to the truths of the investigator. Were the truths as expected? Did esoteric knowledge reveal the truth, or did it remain hidden in mystery? The investigator will become the executioner and will execute justice. Well, time to shoot some people! Grand Marshal Akiko 14. The verdict is... Boom! Oh, they have little death animations. That's cool.
4 shots.
Architect Carmelina. The verdict is...
What about the dog? Oh no.
Let's find out. Okay, the dog's safe. We just shot her.
No John Wick.
Crimson Acid. The verdict is... Oh!
Yay!
Dr. Doom Jazz. The verdict is... The
More
accused,
fucking.
Henry Division. The verdict is... Released. Though you're still, like, you know, possessed by a demon and hate everyone and would probably try to kill them if given the chance. The Fairy Woman, Lydia Daybreak. The verdict is... I'm sorry, Zai! Look away! Look away! Sam
Heartbreak.
Daybreak. The verdict is...
I guess I lived.
Oh. Hot! Damn it, Sai! I mean, I can't argue with that. You are a very pretty individual. The verdict is... Let's see. I want to see his death pose. He's gonna be super extra, I know it. Oh, he just goes full martyr, hands out! Kill me! Secretary Yuri Knight. Oh, this one will be good too. He fucking goes out with a Michael Jackson pose.
Also, seizure warning.
The Unforgiving Spectre. How would we do anything? She's already dead! The Hidden Killer. Dino Nigate. The verdict is... The Bizarre Killer Demon. The verdict is... Yeah, already dead! You have proven that Henry had nothing to do with the crime to end all crimes. He was nothing more than a pawn in the dreadful game of murder and secrecy. You have earned the title of Grand Investigator. Your weapon is unlocked. On the next island, you will reform the Paradise Psycho Unit. Island 24 is about to die. Island 25 waits for us. What kind of island will it be? Are you happy with the truths? Did you get the conviction you wanted? You entered into a battle with the facts, the truths, and the suspects. Did you emerge victorious? This courtroom could only allow so many truths to emerge from their hiding places. Are there more to hunt? If you believe that things are not as they seem, there is still a way to punish the guilty. Grand Investigator Lady Lovedyes, I will leave you to execute justice at your discretion. Punish those that you deem guilty. Execution or exile are viable punishments. Oh! Are they giving us new options for a second playthrough? Please work for the best interest of Perfect 25.
Time for justice.
I love her pose and I love her gun. Thank you, Judge. It will be an honor to execute justice. When you are ready, wave goodbye to Island 24. Do so from the rearview mirror of Lydia's car. The car will take you through the Paradise Gates to Perfect 25. Use it at your discretion. Those of you which have not been found guilty of destroying Paradise may leave and wrap up your business before you move to Perfect 25. A marshal shall take Henry back to his cell. Marshals will clear away the executed. They will not be remembered. They will not be honored. Oh!
Oh.
Are we gonna find out who our pair is? She completed the job. Was there more to do? The investigator always trusted her heart. She would decide if Paradise had been saved. We are on Perfect 25, so it must have been saved. Saved is in a binary state. Solving a crime doesn't mean the world is fixed. That's scary. It is. I hope she knew what she was doing. I'm sure she did. This Lady Lovedyes we're talking about. Oh, I always press the wrong button when that comes up. Alright, so first before we go do the other playthrough, let's go save. Oh, we can talk to Judge. Oh yeah, we have to talk to her from here. Paradise isn't dead. Dude, no matter what truth you made, you believed in Paradise. I hope we will never have to work together again. I hope that crime can be eradicated and Paradise can be perfected. That is an unrealistic dream. Crime infects every society. You are right. The Syndicate's way of governing is flawed. It always will be. I look forward to working with you again. Truth will always need an investigator and a judge. When you have finished executing justice, please move to the next island. Well, we have Crimson Acid, Henry, and Dr. Doomjazz. I think that's it. So there's Doomjazz. One last kiss. Alright, well, we're closest to Doomjazz, so let's go talk to him. But first we have to save.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
I think that took the better part of, like, over an hour.
Getting saved.
His boat sunk!
Oh, not the yacht.
Well, he was also in love with Kiko, and she's very dead. He had to sink it because it had a picture of her in it. Oh, we could also possibly talk to Crying Gro... Is that Shinji? Holy fuck, it's a Shinji. We're
I was
talking to
hoping
Shinji
you would...
first.
Yeah. We gotta figure out how to get him in the trial.
Wait, so he's an option?
I would imagine. I didn't look at the spoilers, but... There's gotta be
you can't.
something with him.
Did you try using the jet ski? Don't answer that. I really don't care. I managed to get to the top of the pyramid and back. Not sure Erd could do that again, though. Laters!
Yeah, but Shinji.
Are there any other times? We might want to go check out that area. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I thought he would actually play a much bigger role. I mean, he had some great parts, and he was definitely one of the most interesting parts of this game, but...
What the hell?
You sunk your boat?
Fabulous!
Always do love dice. Send the old girl off at the end of an
My
island.
favourite investigator.
Time to move on. Fresh starts. Embrace the future. Are you looking forward to the future, Love Dice? Uh-oh. Which do you want to go with, Wiley?
Oh.
Oh, what?
I don't know. I guess New Island?
The sun will come up on a new island. The warm light dancing on the ocean, the start of something new. Come to play doctors and nurses one last time before the end of the island. Oh! So we can just do this, so no matter who we judge, so... Yeah, we can just do a whole thing where we just kill the guilty after we... Okay, this will be interesting.
Oh.
So which do you... I mean, we don't have any reason to execute or exile him.
I guess farewell then?
I'll see you on the next island.
Wonderful!
I have a new yacht, and that needs christening, Love Dice. I'll keep that in mind. Dear Lord, we just had sex with you last stream.
Also, there are other Shinji spots in the end game.
There are?
We got the yacht, there's warehouse, agri field, beach, obelisks, opulent pyramid.
Okay, then let's go check out the Shinji one before we talk to people. This one is right over here.
Near Lydia's car.
Oops. I meant to do the jump. Oh, there's fish in here.
Huh.
They just look like they're animated dolphin, like, sprites. Okay, didn't make it. I thought I could make that jump.
Respawning.
Yeah, I take the long way back to shore. There's at least rocks. But yeah, compared to everyone else, Doomjazz is just kind of there. He's more of like a tool to prove facts than he is any kind of like reason for anything. We couldn't find anything aside from the fact he probably falsified stuff for eyes, which led to, you know, the secret children. Also, basically, confirmed everything about the love of his life, who did not love him anymore. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's find Shinji.
Got it.
Did you break these controls? So what if I did? Who cares? You found your truth for all the good it did anyone. Cool your jets and relax. It's the end of the island. Embrace oblivion, baby. And then he's at the agri fields, which are just over here.
Does the meditation work on him?
Yeah, that's how I found him.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't have a full list.
Well, you mentioned mostly places that I already knew how to get to. Now just to find him in, because you said the agri fields, so that'd be around here. Yep, there he is. He's literally just breaking shit. Hope you didn't want to use those valves. Someone broke them. Someone? Ah, you got me. The investigation freak strikes again. I'm just having some fun, you know. You've done your job. The island's ending. Why not break some stuff? Anyway, busy, busy. He is such a little remorseless goblin. Damn it, I was hoping. So I don't know how I did it, but I finally managed to toggle on run, which we didn't have for this entire like stream so far.
Huh.
Make sure there's nothing else over there. Nope. Let's take us back into the city. Oh, let's talk to one of the marshals now. Akiko's gone.
If you want to live, stay back.
I think that's just his thing for the dead zone because we did open that seal.
Ah.
Okay. No Shinji things, but we're pretty close to where Crimson should be. And then we can go back over there for the beach obelisks, which will be another Shinji. We'll save the one that's by the car, since that's how we end the game. That'll be our last Shinji, and it's proper that Shinji's the one that kind of sings us out on this, since he sang us into it.
Yeah.
A little demon pervert. Man, we also went pretty much most of the last two streams about hardly any Shinji, so it actually made us miss him. And that hurts me that I actually care for our demon perverts. Also, Wiley, we have to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Oh. That's a
Ladies
good
back
point.
in town. You got your gun back, justice has been served, and the PPU will be reborn on the Perfect 25. Got a favor to ask. I'm not surprised. You need people for the Paradise Psycho unit, right? You want to be on the team? I'm the glamour of the battlefield, and I have good stock and secrets. I think we're definitely gonna hire her, aren't we, Wiley?
Yes.
Gotta get our barnyard waifu. You're hired. I want to corner office. Fine by me.
Good work.
Do you need something before, or the island boss? Yes, farewell. I'm not going to execute your waifu. I'll see you on the next island, Crimson. Sure thing, lady.
Must resist making joke about PP for you.
Okay, where did you say were some other places that Shinji would be on? Because we don't have much else to check out. Memory serves.
Warehouse. There's the beach obelisks.
Oh yeah, the beach
And
obelisk.
the pyramid.
I think the pyramid, because we can't get to that one. That one was the one where we saw him on the pier. Because the what's it called? The damn, my words are failing me. The jet ski is how you get to the pyramid.
Yeah.
Oh, we had to go so far to get to one last kiss. Maybe if I can find a safe spot. I wonder if fast travel still works. So we got 18 blood gems. Not saving them for anything now. Yeah, that'll take us up to where we need to be. Oh, that's it. Now I figured out how to toggle on speed. I'm very stupid, but I did it. I wonder if it'll give us the opportunity to execute or exile one last kiss, considering Ghost. I still can't believe they were like, you are not guilty. How would we punish the dead? Damn it. Oh, well, there we go. Okay.
Bring them back to life, then kill them again.
I think that would defeat the purpose of the council being dead being an issue, Wiley.
It's the thought that counts.
Oh, I love you, Wiley. Remember when we had to fucking go through all the shit to make this puzzle work?
God.
And yeesh, everything about Ai's Kiwami that we went through to like find out all of this stuff about him from around here, and it was completely pointless.
Those are facts.
Are you
But
happy
are
with
they
the truth?
the truth?
Which do you want to go with, Wiley?
As I can be.
As happy as I can be. Hard to be happy in the shadow of crime. That's all anyone can ask.
And
I
losing your
suppose.
friends.
I hope you enjoyed this investigation. My time on this island is at an end.
Enjoy Perfect Man. Thank investigator.
Oh, I think she said that in French. I don't know my French nothers.
Yep.
If you can. Oh!
She said 25 in French. Oh! I guess we can't execute her.
Well, that's one way to do things.
That sank. 25.
Okay, the only person left to talk to is Henry.
What about the dead body? Why is that even there?
You know what? We'll check it out because we can.
It's a pile of skulls. The opulent ziggurat is not the pyramid, right?
No. The pyramid would be that. Which, again, we only could get to by the, what's it called? By the jet ski. And that's the first thing we found out about Shinji, being able to talk to him there.
Yeah, it's confusing because it says opulent pyramid. So, I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna check out a crime scene. Oh, I just realized we're walking around a bunch of dead birds. Unable to interface Starlight and not establish connection. Oh yeah, because there's basically this island's dying. So there, well, we found it. Okay.
Oh.
So our last thing to do is talk to. Let's try fast travel and see if this can get us to Desolation Shells. Wait.
Sorry.
I guess I'm gonna have to walk everywhere now. That Lydia's been executed.
Oh.
I love that. Proper continuity.
Damn, we can't just call the car.
Luckily we got power run on. Though I love that after this you can literally just do a whole playthrough where you make Henry evil, like the scapegoat, and then just kill everybody. Also, to answer something you asked a little while ago, Robot, from what we've heard about the gods in this universe, they're basically all the Skull God in some way or another.
So red.
Yes, I know. I also love, why did we put him here? He's also a citizen, so he can't go to the next island. What are we supposed to... Oh!
What do you want, freak?
By executing Akiko, you have destroyed any hope of Perfect 25. At least try to redeem yourself by executing the true murderer.
What? What? Wait,
Well, remember, they didn't know about her plan. They were just tools for her. So which do you want to go with?
I don't know. What happens if we... I feel like if we choose confirm, it's gonna kill him. Which, no.
Yeah. The true justice has already been served. Justice? Akiko would only ever act to protect the council. I don't know how you trick the judge, but you'll never trick me. Now execute Henry before the island shuts down. He doesn't deserve to see its magnificent end. I'll only kill Henry if Henry wants to die.
That was quite a fucking show!
Ha! I'm amazed I'm still here! You were scapegoated. I was just doing my job.
My mind is like the desert, covered in fog.
I appreciate it. That's the first time someone has stood up for me. I spent my entire life adrift. The world happened around me. I moved between currents. Nothing I did was ever good enough. Nothing ever worked. Stop being my spirit animal, Henry. No one ever wanted me. You believed in the truth. Thank you. Do you want to execute him or say farewell?
Farewell.
You can't leave this island. I'm just a shit-munching citizen. There are loads more for you to abduct for your next island, right? I've got a demon in me. Can't have that on your precious new island, can you? Goodbye, Henry.
I'm shocked.
What
Stunned.
fucking ever?
Appropriate.
Alright, time to go talk to Shinji and get off the island. And then I will leave it up to you, Wiley, if you want to go through an entire blame Henry run. Because that might take a good part of half an hour to an hour.
Well, we got some time.
True. Then, after we do this, I will set us up for a bio break, and then we can see about us going through that for just the lulls. I mean, Moon, all the citizens were already killed. Like, that's... The thing is that we are kind of unequivocally the baddies. All the citizens are part of a blood sacrifice before the island is ended anyway. The only reason Henry wasn't is because he was possessed by a demon, and also being held to be a scapegoat for a crime. It's the only reason why he wasn't dead already.
The killers were all the friends we made along the way.
Literally.
Yeah.
The worst part is exile doesn't mean getting kicked off the island. Exile means getting put into that, which is where we spent like 100-something years. There's that.
Where's Shinji? Under the car, maybe?
No.
I think.
Oh, maybe, okay.
Hang on, let me read. Donchi Pier underneath the walkway near Lydia's car.
Okay. So that would have to be here, I think. Oh no, there was... I remember, there's one of these. There's two spots like this, let's see if we can't find it. Oh yeah, we also forgot to check the other beach location he would be, so I think possibly we have to talk to him for all the other ones before he'll show up there, I think.
Perhaps.
Because either that or let's do a quick check. Yeah, he's not showing up.
Where's that? Is that one?
I get something.
That must be the one on the pyramid that they were referencing.
Yeah.
Probably used the wrong word.
Well, that's on top of the dead
It's a shame we
zone.
can't just... It's a shame we can't just fly. Oh yeah, beach obelisks. There should be one here.
Yeah, I think he's up there, and that's what they mean by beach obelisks, because
Ah.
it's either that or the other obelisks that... Yeah, okay, so he's up there, there... Well, I see him up there. That one's kind of... He makes that his shape.
God damn, it's Shinji.
I love this is a whole other part of this like story that we just found on accident, and this is the part that implicates Lydia and everybody else. Oh yeah, okay, there's him. Boy, this thing looks like it was important. Why is it sparking? It's an unsolvable mystery. Best not to worry about it. Shinji peed on it. You know it. We both know Shinji peed on that. Is that a blood crystal we missed? I need to know. Also, what's that?
Far away is what it is.
Oh, it's whiskey. No, it actually is a blood crystal. Okay.
Blood crystal obtained.
That we can't use.
Okay, there we go. Now let's find exactly where this thing is, because I think this is a Shinji. Okay, it's not a Shinji. At least I can't tell if it's a Shinji. Let's see. Nope, just another blood crystal that we missed.
What?
Blood crystal
Even
obtained.
20.
I'm not seeing him by the car.
Weird.
So maybe that one's a completely different situation. We'll see. I'll check around under this thing a little bit more. Okay. Knocked over trash cans for no reason. Was there ever anything here?
Hell if I remember.
Same. I mean, of the two of us, I'm the one with the slightly marginally better memory. But even then, I'm not super great. Okay, so let's see here. It's supposed to be underneath the car. Okay, here we go.
Or maybe they were just posting what they missed. It's not like there's an official thing. I don't know. Maybe they're in order. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know anyone who's played through this game besides us, at least like on stream or on YouTube. There's probably some people, but this is one of those games that I'm surprised went under the radar. It's fucking phenomenal. Alright. Lydia gone. I guess I need to drive out of here. Is it time to go? Let's go, Wiley.
Go for a drive.
Closing Island Sequence 24 applications. Ready for Island Sequence 25. Woof! Bear-chan! Oh, you're coming too, are you? Woof woof! Okay then, in the car. Perfect 25 awaits.
Be everywhere.
A new island, a new council. The syndicate has been changed forever. Facts and truth, truth and facts. Paradise needed saving. Was it worth it? Was it saved? I breathed life back into paradise. Time for perfect 25. Oh! I'm gonna miss Love Dies. We could have had something special. Nothing brings people together like the impending obliteration of a pocket reality. Still, at least the case of the Paradise Killer got her out of exile. I wonder if her truth were right. I guess I'll never know. I hope Perfect 25 was worth it. Obviously, I hope they all die in a fire, but for their sakes, I hope they enjoy it. I've only known humans for a short amount of time, but they all seem to be idiots that only work for themselves. I'm sure they'll fuck it up nicely. Anyway, time to watch reality die. Of course he sings us to our rest.
Good shit.
Well, since it doesn't look like anything I can do will actually speed up the credits, we'll let these roll, and that's how we'll get our bio break. So enjoy the credits in the music chat. We will be right back.
Indeed.
And lo, have I returned. sounds like I gotta wait for Wiley, but I see chat is definitely enjoying some dancery. Also, to answer you, Robot, Shinji is a mood of just pure chaos. Oh, so those animals were all like pets of the game devs. Alright, do we get anything after the credits? Oh! Lovely art of everybody. Oh! Wiley, are you back yet? Okay, luckily, this doesn't spark off until I start pressing buttons, so we can wait for him. And we can also possibly, hopefully, find out who these two barmaids have been. Though I'm 90% certain one of them is Love Die's former husband.
I am back just in time. Look at that.
Yeah. All you missed was a lovely thank you screen showing off all the character art. But now we've got this. So that's how it ended. Weird turn of events. The strangest paradise yet? Is this paradise safe? Of course it isn't. This isn't the syndicate this is the syndicate we're talking about. Will we need her again? We always will. She's the only one that can save paradise. So is that basically saying that there's going to be another one? Their love cannot be defeated? What?
Paradise Killer.
Oh, continue investigation. Wait a second, how'd this go? Oh no. So we might have to play around a little bit. I didn't realize how I was going to do that. We're probably going to have to do load investigation instead of continue. Though I would love to find out if there's a Paradise Killer 2 schedule, because this game has been fun.
E. $18 blood crystals, so it's just the last save.
Okay, quit to menu. Alright, here we go, Wiley.
Paradise Killer.
To be a dick.
I wasn't ready for that shit, G. I forgot about some of these loading screens.
The investigator is paradise.
Blah, 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 blah. It's gonna take forever.
The door to truth will open. Lady Love dies.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
Blah. Also, let me just check a few things on my phone. Oh, I need to press a button. I'm stupid.
Show me your truth.
We already know. We did this. It's actually a really well put together part of the game.
The door to truth will open.
Alright. Oh! I forgot about that!
Oh.
That's weird.
Oh.
Oh! That put a swoop in my heart.
This is nonsense. This is do
Yeah, we know
your
all
job.
these. Come on, we just gotta get to the...
I have a bad feeling about this.
It is cowardly.
I'm shocked. Stunned.
I forgot he just fucking just flips her the finger, basically.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
So, Wiley, here's a question. Do you want to execute anyone after we frame Henry?
Yeah.
The journey
Execute
into
everyone.
truth
Oh,
and
that's pointless, but
justice
okay.
begins.
Alright, give me my gun. Though now we know why it's a fucking skull.
Item obtained.
Alright.
Lady Love dies.
Okay. This is gonna be so stupid. Considering we know exactly how everything.
feels wrong.
No one helped Henry escape. He
I'm
broke for himself.
shocked.
Big fucking
Stunned.
surprise.
Show me your truth.
Henry doesn't have any memory of last night. He can't argue whether he did or did not, but did confirm that that's likely he did. He has a history after all. He has a history and is not a strong prosecution. Do you have anything else?
fucking ever!
Yeah, got anything else? Come on! At least try to make this interesting.
Show me your truth.
Akiko's report states that Henry barged her and took her knife during his escape.
I spent my entire life.
If you say so, did that really happen? That knife was later found next to Henry when he was recovered. Was it? So much happened that I don't remember. This is all as it was written in the report from last night. Is the truth really as simple
Show
as
me
this?
your truth.
He was found with the council's blood in his stomach outside of the crime scene. I believe Henry escaped by himself as alleged in the reports. The ingested blood is hard evidence to refute. Does it prove he is a monster?
Show me your truth.
90%, I don't have anything to argue. The Grand Marshal filed her report, and I have no reason to question the facts you gave me during my briefing. A simple truth sometimes is the best kind of truth. A truth is revealed.
The court.
What a fucking surprise!
I'm shocked! Stunned! This is a total fucking jerk
Are
around.
you fucking kidding me?
Did you actually do any investigating, or is this another case closed before it was even started? Be quiet, monster. Do not sully the halls of justice. Oh, Henry's just gonna dick us around the entire time. This is gonna be hard on me. 'Cause I like Henry. I mean, Henry is a giant asshole. In real life, he'd be terrible to be around because he's got the social skills of a lemming. But the fact that he's just so open about everything makes me love him in this game full of like such stupid subterfuge. While you are in here, you do not have access to the phones you have been using to record your product. Oh. Yeah, we don't need to save. This will save some time.
A throwaway run.
They get to go as a case file related to the murder of the council. Is Starlight being overzealous, or do you believe that there's something that warrants investigation? Was someone else involved in Henry's possession and the demonic invasion that spelled doom?
The facts and the truth are not
I don't believe
the
anyone was
same.
involved in Henry's possession besides Henry. You aren't contradicting the official report? No, he has made a previous attempt at a ritual and served jail time for it. The school has been watching him and the ritual attempt failed. After being released from jail, he tried again and succeeded with horrific results. The truth is clear. There is no one to blame for Henry's possession other than Henry himself. A truth is revealed, a truth is known, a truth
The
proves.
court finds Henry guilty.
Lady Love dies. While you are in here, you do not have... Okay, I gotta remember not to read that part. Oh, this will be great, because now we also will have a ghost and Henry heckling us. You ready for this, Wiley? Grace Bloodline was murdered 10 years ago. I preside over the trial. I saw the sun's light. I cast the shadows from the terror and leave only truth visible. The last time we had I'm here, so I'll go with the truth. The truth may still be in shadows. Do these terrible events from a decade ago have a link to the tragedy of the last night? Investigated at the behest of One Last Kiss. Who is One Last Kiss? The ghost of Grace Bloodlines. She's on the island. A ghost of a murder victim 10 years ago is on the island.
Aren't you paying attention, investigator?
Is that so hard to believe, Judge? Can you prove who you say you are? Haunted, complex, crescent, drifting sands, satellite. Confirmation, great. Ace bloodlines, unique blood code.
Got it.
One last kiss asked me to find her resting spot. I unlocked her blood vial and confirmed the codes independently. It's so nice to see everyone again. What do you have to do with the murder last night?
Dreadful.
I was murdered 10 years ago, allegedly by Henry, who everyone here would have you believe is the council's murderer. It makes you think, doesn't it? What if the two are linked? One last kiss asked me to investigate her murder. She believes there is more to it than the official events. Do you suspect her? Do we want to suspect her as well?
Sure, why not? Everybody's guilty.
Yes, she has motive and no alibi. This is a mistake, investigator. I'd hoped the investigation freak would save Paradise, not condemn it. What is her motive, investigator? She openly admitted to wanting revenge against the Syndicate. She believes she was killed for someone else's gain. You misconstrue my words. I want revenge against the person that killed me, not the entire Syndicate. You said that the Council deserves this and that you are happy about it. That's not the same as wanting to do it. It doesn't cast you in a good light either. What is her alibi, investigator? She doesn't have one. She admitted that herself. Why would she willingly give her motive and lack of alibi to the investigator? Arrogance. She tried to cast herself as an aide in my investigation. It didn't work, though. I believe she was involved. I am stunned by your stupidity.
Wait, is it time?
Oh.
You stupid, silly goose!
I knew you were going to work it in sometime, Wiley. There you go. The gift that is Dalton Castle. Or are you protecting someone? Or are you trying to shape the future in a way I can't divine? Whatever the investigator's intentions, we shall examine the evidence. Lady Lovedyes, drive us along the highway of truth.
Paradise feels wrong.
I don't believe anyone else was involved in her murder. Good, let's move on. A truth is revealed, a truth is known,
The
a truth
court
proves...
finds Henry guilty.
It'll be interesting to see Henry's death pose. Lady Lovedyes, while you are in here... Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna do that every time now. Last night, the Talon Hand of Death reached out for the first Holy Seal guards. They were butchered at their post. Who snatched the life from them? Was it the accused, or was it another truth skulking the periphery of our knowledge? They were elite marshals that gave their lives guarding our beloved council. How were they killed and why?
Crime cannot hide.
I will show you the truth. I'm mostly going with the ones that will paint for Henry at this point.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
It is as we know, Henry killed the guards.
Not a fucking thing!
What a fucking surprise!
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence.
Crime cannot hide.
The victims were killed by a blade slashed to the throats. Both died from a knife wound that opened their windpipes and severed their arteries.
Is this a fact?
Henry had taken a knife
Or
from
a
Akiko
treat.
during his escape. How did Henry get the drop on 2 elite marshals? Yeah, how the fuck did I do that?
Crime is repulsive.
He's possessed by a demon. He is faster and stronger than the marshals.
Got it.
We can't know without a confession, but amnesia is obscuring the
The
truth.
facts and the truth are not the same.
The knife I found at the scene had the blood of the murdered marshals on it. Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
During his possession, Henry was branded with demonic sigils. These sigils were found daubed in blood at the crime scene. The blood matched the blood of the dead guards.
Crime is repulsive.
I believe Henry daubed them as a kind of ritualistic marking. Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
I have considered the truth, blah, 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 blah.
The court finds Henry guilty.
Also, I love that she's like, I've considered the truth. No, we just literally tell you who's guilty, and then you say, yes, they are guilty. It's kind of a shitty mechanic game, unless there's one way we can really fuck it up, where we just don't have anything. Did I really do it? Is this really the truth? Does this place a brick in the path to my memories. I wonder if this will also bring up the fact that he is Ai's Kiwami's illegitimate son. Because we can never find anything that, like, directly, like, connected it, but we know. Well, actually, no, we found everything, but nothing else wanted to bring it up in all the case files, which drove me crazy. This time I didn't read it. I'm good. I caught myself. Yay, I can learn. Oh, this is one we can't blame Henry for. Okay, let's find out. Do you want to blame Crimson because it's the only way? Because we're gonna kill her anyway.
Sure.
He disappeared a number of days ago. Strange for a syndicate member. Okay, investigator, do you know?
Don't test me.
He's dead, lying on the rocks on the coast of the island. Dead? The fangs of death grip this island so tightly. How could this happen? Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse. Because we literally can't... Yeah, see? We're at least showing everybody the possible things that didn't come up.
Crime cannot hide.
I believe Crimson caused X's disappearance. Come now, lady, where's your evidence?
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence.
Is this a fact
Crimson
or a
revealed
truth?
to me that
Now's not the time to come.
Damn it, Wiley! Crimson revealed to me that she initiated a relationship with Kex in order to acquire the key to the second seal. Crimson is a secret broker and is obsessed with the unknown. She claimed that she had no desire to use the secret of the seal for nefarious means. Is this true, Miss Acid?
Thank you.
Oh, give me a break. Everyone here wants to know the secrets of the seals. Secrets are my obsession. I had to know. I didn't realize I'd be flying too close to the sun on this one, though. I was never going to use a secret. I don't care about opening the seals. I just want to know what they are. I had nothing to do with Kex.
I don't like this.
Crimson confessed that she did it on behalf of Witness. He promised her a way of keeping her freedom on the next island in return for getting the key to the second seal. Does this mean that Witness is involved with Kex?
Sure.
I found no evidence to suggest so. Crimson got the key and gave a copy to Witness. Is this true, Miss Acid?
Be careful.
Fine, I gave a copy of the key to Witness. Why?
Business is business.
Not so fast. Prove I have something to do with Kex's disappearance first.
Show me your truth.
I don't like this.
I found an unsent letter to Kex from Crimson. He knew that Crimson had taken the data key for the second seal and was going to report her to Montserrat. Why didn't Kex report this? This is a huge lapse in security. Crimson told me that she managed to persuade him not to and return the key.
Doesn't add up.
Damn, lady.
Show me your truth.
I found a tuft of goat fur at the crime scene, which places Crimson there. Do you have any idea when it was from?
Sorry.
There's no way to tell. That makes weak evidence.
Show me your truth.
There were drag marks leading away from the workshop to the cliff edge, above where Kex's body was dumped. He was killed and then dragged and dumped. Not by me, he wasn't. Kex was one of our crew. I could never hurt him. But you could sexually manipulate him for your own pleasure. Well, actually, no, your own means. I don't think there was much pleasure in that relationship for how she talks about Kex. You need to be sure about this, investigator.
Show me your truth.
Kex had an obsession with Crimson. His workshop was plastered with posters of her. A lot of people have my posters, lady. That's how I've been used. People are encouraged to obsess over me. I told Montserrat it wasn't healthy. I agree with Miss Acid. This is circumstantial.
Show me your truth.
Kex was convinced that Crimson was to be his astral queen when they ascended to heaven after the creation of the perfect island.
Crime is repulsive.
Kex was displaying a dangerous obsession with Crimson. I think he went too far and Crimson needed to put an end to it.
We're in a dark time.
Whoa there, that's a massive leap. If I went around killing everyone on the island who was obsessed with me, it'd be a full-time job.
Show me your truth.
I have nothing to present. By mining facts, you have uncovered a rich seam of truth. Wow, we found dialogue that you didn't use during the game.
The court finds Crimson guilty.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Whoever we accuse, they just say is guilty because, hey, it's our job.
You're letting the snakes get to you.
Are you kidding
We're
me?
in a dark time.
I'll admit I'm no angel and did some stuff I shouldn't have, but I had nothing to do with this.
Secrets are dangerous.
There's some evidence, but it's a coincidence. Someone else did this.
Crime cannot hide.
That's not what the truth says. You didn't heed my warning, lady. The snakes got to you. The snakes coiled themselves around the truth so you couldn't see
I
it.
have my ways.
I hope you can live with this. You have to let the guilty get away. We're literally doing this because she's one of the only people who has a death animation that we haven't seen, and we'll see the rest when we do this. I mostly just wanted to see it. What is the second holy seal and how is it breached? Take us... Oh yeah, this one. Take us for a holiday in the land of truth. Let us sip cocktails of facts on the beach of justice. I forgot about that line.
I
Fucking
don't
hell.
like this.
With the help of Kex, the council constructed a puzzle-based monument system on a plateau on a desolate planet outside our solar system. The door in the council building acts as a portal to an antique part of space.
Got it.
The obelisk on the beach provides a solution to the puzzle and are activated using Kex's key. Or Starlight. The key carries a protocol which handshakes with the obelisk's nightmare computer. Starlight can crack it. Investigator, please review your case files. Yeah.
Crime is repulsive.
I believe Henry went through the second seal.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How did Henry know how to get through the seal?
I have a bad feeling about this.
One last kiss confirmed it's possible Henry's demon could keep him alive in a space and physically crack the code behind the second seal. Is this true? Yes, Judge. It is possible that the demon was able to keep Henry alive in space.
What mysteries are around us?
It is also possible that the demon could physically feel out the solution of the puzzle. It's a completely unprovable unless we put him into space and hope he doesn't die. Let's go. I'll go to space. Better than waiting here to die. I love Henry so much. Do you have anything else,
Sure.
Investigator? He's possessed by a demon. Demons are attuned to space and can probably sense their way through it. What kind of information are you basing this on? I spoke to a demon that's been living on the island for the last 10 years. That's impossible. We wiped them out.
Is this a fact?
You missed
or
one,
a
Akiko. What's poppin', Love Dies? He just shows up!
We did it! We summoned Shinji by doing the absolutely wrong thing.
Give me a second to take a drink. I'm dead.
Oh. What the hell?
Ugh. We were just talking about how Henry, he would have gone through the second seal. Oh yeah, space, demons, psychic pathways, riveting stuff. This is a bizarre turn of events, Investigator. Hey, leave Love Dies alone. She's been out there busting her hump trying to solve this thing. I've been here for years. I've seen all the shit you people do. If I had my way, you'd all hang for this. Anyway, this has been swell. It's not every day you get to watch an island die. I'm going to take in the view. Oh, and Love Dies, when you've wrapped all this up, if you want to get back to that chat about us... Thank you, Shinji! Peace! I don't think we can take the word of a demon in this court.
Don't test me.
Your call, Judge, but he's more of an expert about the subject than the rest of us. You're not giving me anything else. Fine, the clock is ticking on the truth after all. The truth is revealed.
The court finds Henry guilty.
Amazing.
Lady Love... Okay, I didn't do it once, and it still gets me every time. Third seal is a block. Uh-huh. Someone breached the third holy seal and took a step away from innocence towards crime. Bring us a meal of truth so that we may gorge ourselves on innocence. On justice. A blood lock that is code to the council members. To get through it, you either need council blood in your body or sample to trick the lock. Who went through it? Please tell me we get to tell Shinji who his daddy is.
Paradise feels wrong.
I believe Shinji went through the third
What a
seal.
fucking surprise.
Thanks for reading your line for me. It saves my voice.
Show me your truth.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
I found his blood on the lock. That proves he went through it. How did a citizen get through a lock coated to
I
council
have
blood?
a bad feeling about this.
I compared a sample of Henry's blood to a sample from a grave of Ai's Kiwami.
Crime cannot hide.
Ai's was Henry's father. That gives Henry the council blood he need to get through the blood lock. This is a major revelation, Love Dies. You're telling me. The truth blooms. A truth is revealed, a truth is known, a truth proves.
Court finds Henry guilty.
Oh wow, they didn't write his name as red there. That's an oversight.
Huh. Interesting.
Lady Love. Damn it! At least we haven't gotten a Nani the fuck. I'm taking what wins I can get here, Wiley. Lies deep within a dense fog of obtruse mysteries. He's with, abstruse mysteries this island has to offer. I've never heard the phrase abstruse before. It requires godliness to pass through. Godliness? How did the council
I
pass through
don't
it?
like this.
Montserrat owned a piece of Eingrudge's flesh in a pendant. That would allow him to open the seal. This means the council can only enter with Montserrat, who breached the Fourth Holy Seal and found themselves at the scene of carnage. Not sure how we get to place Shinji here. Oh. Yeah, they really did provide everything so that way you could just, at surface level, take Henry and put him here.
Paradise feels wrong.
I believe Henry went through the seal.
Not a fucking thing.
What a fucking surprise! We're not contradicting
Got
the official
it.
report. No.
Crime cannot hide.
One last kiss speculates that a demon could pass through the Fourth Holy Seal. Gods and demons are just aliens, so how could the seal barrier differentiate? Well, that was close.
The court finds Henry guilty.
The citizen possessed by a demon breached the Fourth Holy Seal last night. At least this goes by a lot faster when you're not having to produce like 70 pieces of evidence. Am I right, Wiley?
Yeah.
Didn't do it. Taking that as a win. Oh, the mystery of the dead killer demon. I'm not sure how we could pin this on Shinji. Not Shinji, on Henry, but we'll see. You have a case file about a killer demon inside the penthouse. The truth in play grows bizarre, like an old tree grows gnarled. Killer demon? What killer demon?
Don't test me.
A dead killer demon inside the council penthouse. There aren't supposed to be any demons on the island. A killer demon in the council penthouse? What was it doing there? It has the blood of several council members on its claws. It was involved in the murder of the council. It appears that it burst out of a hidden security crate and attacked the council. How did it die? Montserrat shot it during the murder. There was a Fukata bullet that came from Montserrat's gun in the demon's head. The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction. Damn it, I can't get that tongue twister. It's for another case. The truth about where it came from must be dredged from the swamp of mystery first. Okay.
Paradise feels wrong.
I don't know, but I believe the killer demon came from Shinji.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I love all his takes. What a fucking surprise. When Henry communicated with the gods and let the demons to the island, the marshals missed this one during their extermination operation. That doesn't answer the question. We know that the killer demon came to the island because of Henry. I want to know why it was in the council penthouse. I didn't ask for a history lesson. This is speculation, but the killer demon was drawn to the council as they meditated. I don't know how it got through the seals, but there's a lot we don't understand about demons. So are listing this as unsolved investigator? I have nothing else to present, Judge. The truth remains buried. Oh, you can get no convictions!
Huh.
Alright, and this is where we pin it all on Henry. I also love that we basically got, like, the complete ending on our first try, and now we're having to go through the, like, shittiest ending. Who killed the council? The truth has aged like a fine whiskey. How does the whiskey on this island taste? Pour us a glass of truth so we may sip upon a vintage blend of justice. I want to know who held the knife. If a killer was set up by a mastermind, we will deal with it later. You're saying all this, but we've kind of given you an open shut case, so why are you implying this?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
I believe Henry is the Paradise Killer. Are you sure about this, investigator? There's strong evidence to suggest that Henry had nothing to do with this. This is the most important decision you'll ever make, Lady Love Dies. Wow, I love that. I love that basically even the game's like, you're really not falling for this, are you?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Henry killed Paradise. I hope you know what you're doing. The truth is revealed.
The court finds Henry guilty.
But you're the judge, though.
Yeah. The Parlor of Justice has played host to the truths of the investigator. Were the truths as expected? Did esoteric knowledge reveal the truth, or did it remain hidden in mystery? The investigator will become the executioner and will execute justice. Well, that goes really fast if you don't like, use all of the information you have. Grand Marshal Akiko 14. The verdict is... released! Architect Camilla Carmelina. Released! Crimson Astic. The verdict is... execute! Oh, you ready for this, Wiley? Your waifu's going down!
Aww.
Shot to the heart, and we're to blame. There she goes. I'm sorry, Wiley. Had to break your heart. Dr. Doom Jazz. The verdict is... released. The accused, Henry Division. The verdict is... oh! Convictions!
Oh!
Oh. Oh! I'm sorry, my dude. Fairy Woman Lydia Daybreak. Verdict is... we saved you, Zai! You didn't die this time. At least for a little bit, because we're about to shoot everybody anyway. Going on a murder spree. Now here's the question, Wiley. Who do we kill first, Sam or Lydia? Witness to the end. Verdict is...
good question.
Secretary Yuri Knight. The verdict is... boom. The Unforgiving Spectre, one last kiss. The verdict is... Czar Killer Demon. The verdict is... you can have it released! The truth is cloud. The official record of events is not true, but you don't have enough to shine light on the real truth. The next island is threatened by unknown truths. You have earned the title of Grand Investigator. Your weapon is unlocked. Why? You just basically said we did a shitty job and you're promoting us and giving us people! Island 24 is about to die. Island 25 awaits us. What kind of island will it be? Are you happy with your truths? Did you get the convictions? Blah, blah. This tells us that we can now just met out justice as we feel. Oh. Alright,
The
let's do this.
truth lies within a conspiracy.
Thank you, Judge. It'll be an honor to execute justice. When you're ready to go to 24, do so in the rearview mirror of Lydia's car. The car will take you to Paradise Gates. I wonder if the dog will come with us now.
Oh.
Well, what would be great is if we could actually shoot Judge, but we can't. Destroying Paradise may leave. Yep, okay. Let's see what these guys say now that we've done this.
Please be different.
She completed the job. Was there more to do? The investigator always trusts her heart. She would have to decide if Paradise had been saved. We're on Perfect 25. It must have been saved. Saved isn't a binary state. Solving a crime doesn't mean the world is fixed. That's scary. It is. I hope she knew what she was doing. I'm sure she did. This is the Lady Love Dies we're talking about. You'd be surprised on this reality! Paris and dead to you, no matter what truth you made, you believed in paradise. I hope that we will never work together again. I hope that crime can be eradicated and paradise be perfected. That's an unrealistic dream. Crime infects every society. You are right, the Syndicate's way of governing is flawed. It always will be. I look forward to working with you again. Truth always needs an investigator and a judge. When you are finished executing justice, please. Yes, but I want to execute you. Let me shoot. Oh, I just realized. She's literally wired into this thing. Oh, and at the elbow, too. That is... Oh, that's... Yeah, I'm gonna leave here. I'm uncomfortable now. Alright. Well, Kiko's right down here, so... Oh, are we gonna shoot her from one of her guards? Oh, damn, no. I told you that La Bigule did it. Oh, which do you want to do, Wiley? Do you want to agree with her before we kill her, or do you want to point out that we know?
Yeah, let's agree and then blindside her.
The truth is simple after all. It always is. You're happy now?
That's a lie, Nenorochito.
Este pros. The crime still happened. The Syndicate is still in tatters. What's next for the Marshals? We make sure it can never happen again. Don't worry, Nenorochito. We don't need your help. Now, why have you come to see me? Funny you should say that.
It's time for justice.
It's time for
Put
justice.
your head on a spike.
See,
Crime
Draco?
is repulsive.
I know you were involved, but I couldn't prove
I'm
it.
going to execute justice.
I'm authorized to execute justice, however
Do
I
you
see
want
fit.
to die?
I'll kill you.
No, you won't.
Chaos reigns! Oh, it leaves bloodstains!
Oh!
Well, let's go shoot the guy. Let's go shoot Doom Jazz in his dick.
It served its purpose. Get reverse Uno'd.
Want to play?
Yeah, we already ran through all this.
My favourite investigator. It's been wonderful to see you again.
I don't like this.
Something's still wrong here. I can feel it. Investigator's
Theoretically.
Is it now? What's wrong? Something you want to talk about? Well, here we go.
It's time for justice.
Time for justice. What do you mean?
It's time for justice.
I know you were involved, but I couldn't prove
I'm
it.
going to execute justice.
That's not nice.
Don't fool around, Love Dice. This isn't the kind of role play I'm into. Bang, bang, Doc.
Oh.
Oh, look at one of the lines. It looks like we did shoot him in the dick. You can barely see that there's a blood stain there. What does it think? Oh, almost. Oh yeah, we can actually use fast travel now. We're gonna get Lydia to drive us around so we can kill everyone.
Oh god. So that means we have to kill her last.
True. Okay. Let's kill the people that deserve it first. Oh, Crockfar. We shot him in the wee little laddie. Gardens and compartments. Yep, that's where you go. I still wish there was a literal meaning to Dino Nigate. Because I kind of like how crazy that name is, and I kind of just want to unironically use it for a... Oh, we can't go through the portal anymore.
Are there gods work in esoteric ways?
You helped wipe the heresy from the island. Will you aid us in our holy mission now? Oh, let's do this. I'm sure I can fit it into my schedule. My role is to work for the gods to eradicate crime.
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
I have a good feeling about this new island. I can feel it already. I can feel it, I can already feel it bathed in the radiance of our masters. Do not delay. We must go to the new island. The gods wait for us. Funny about that.
It's time for justice.
It's the same every time.
Yeah, well, hers is, but theirs aren't. Endless heresy on this island.
This island is full of sinners.
If I am, I will die a martyr. If you wish to sin, you will die a sinner. Hope you get to heaven, witness. I love that they just didn't draw a pose for him. He just, yep, no, I'm going as a martyr, and that's been his default pose the entire time. Do. Yuri's actually pretty close, and Carmeline's not that far after that. Oops, wrong button.
What business is it of yours?
What do you want, freak? Don't speak unless you have something worthwhile to say. I don't have time for you. The next island waits for me. Oh, it doesn't want to talk. Oh well. Bye-bye.
It's time for justice.
What are you talking about?
Silly
what
goose.
do you mean?
The truth lies within a conspiracy. I'm going to execute justice.
Do you?
What?
Know
How dare
who
you?
I am.
You vile insect, you have no right. Don't you dare raise a hand at me. Shut up, Yuri.
How dare I? Very easily.
All right.
Get hacked.
Yep, now time to go shoot Carmelina in front of her dog.
Oh. And then we take the dog.
That's the dog that follows with us on the evil path.
Oh, yes.
That dog's already seen sin. He knows.
Craft is its own reward.
I must say congratulations on getting out of exile. The investigator got her gun. The Paradise Psycho unit will rise
We
again.
will build a better syndicate.
I look forward to working with you to build a better syndicate. Future feels bright. That's the light of your truth, investigator. Now, what can I do for you in the waning time before the end of the island? Oh! Let's see what this does.
Yeah.
What about your secret son?
We have achieved perfection.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Sure you don't. I found the hidden killer. I'll see that you get punished for
Craft
this.
is its own reward.
Making up stories. I wasn't convicted of anything in the trials, so ergo, I'm innocent. I'll decide that.
It's time for justice.
This is nonsense.
I beg your
Time
pardon?
to breathe life back into paradise. I'm going to execute justice.
Your plan failed.
Do your job.
I am the leader. You are forbidden. I saved paradise. Your position means nothing in the face of justice. Slap!
You know, I'm curious what Exile does.
It is a whole story thing, but... Well, let's go get the ghost that we can't deal with. Do we even want to waste time on her? Actually, no, yeah, because we totally ignored everything she taught us, so that should be good. Though I will say before I talk to her, because I want to see if there's an option where she kills us. That'd be hilarious.
Wait. How about instead of killing Lydia, we exile her, just to see if there's an animation for it?
Well, we can exile Lydia and Sam.
Yeah, that, too.
Will be nice because we actually do love them.
Yeah.
First, we'll get to the ziggurat this way, because it's faster. So if I probably just stayed actually on the gardens instead of doing all of our, like, parkouring, we could have gotten there faster, but I'm stupid. Yeah, not that bad, though. There we go. Also, I do love that Dino Nigate actually had a voice actor, and he had like 3 lines. That's kind of crazy for a game like this. But then again, most of these characters only have a few lines of dialogue outside of Lady Love Dies. But yeah, let's save just before this, just in case.
Game saved.
Those are facts, but are they the truth?
Are you happy with your truths? This feels wrong. The truth still slithers in the grass. You are an instrument of justice now. You can execute justice however you like. Make use of it. My time on this island is at an
Enjoy
end.
Perfect Man Sank, investigator.
If you can.
Oh yeah, she just goes away.
Yeah. But I was wondering if she'd be mad about. I was wondering if she'd be mad about us basically ignoring everything and branding someone for her death. When her whole point was, you know, basically for us to find the truth of what actually happened to her. Okay, that should be everyone. Yep, except for Sam and Lydia. So let's exile Sam.
Sorry, Sam. Too much demon blood.
Fancy a drink?
One last drink on the house. I've got this special one saved. Hit me. It's the end of paradise after all. You'll have it neat, won't you? Oh man, what is this? A special blend, isn't it? Don't ask, the recipe is secret. That hit the spot. Can I help you with anything before or the end, LD?
I'll send you to the idle lands.
There we go.
What?
Why?
The facts and the truth are not the same.
I know you were involved, but I couldn't prove it. Enjoy exile, Sammy.
Ridiculous.
You'll regret this, won't you?
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh!
Well, hey, at least I'm not unkind. I will send you and your, like, wife.
My wife.
My wife. You gotta get the energy, Wiley. I know that's hard for you. Also, we shot
Yes,
your wife.
hard. That's my secret cap. I'm always hard. Wait.
There you go, chat. Now you know about Wiley. Fucking crockbar. My wife, Wait, said Liddy's not by her car? We literally have to drive ourselves no matter what we do in the game. Unless that counted for both of them. Oh! Yeah, that gets them both.
Maybe you'll see her in the car.
I think she was a map marker. Lydia's not
Sorry.
here.
Oh.
I
Maybe
exiled
not.
her lover. Maybe she's grieving. Maybe she's plotting
Got it.
revenge.
Oh.
Need to watch my back on the next. Wow, that's cool.
Oh.
I guess I'm going to need to drive that around
Interesting.
myself. It's time to go. Time to get out of here. Closing sequence applications. Ready for Island 25. Okay, the dog still comes with us. Bear Chan.
Woof woof.
Right, in the car. Perfect 25 awaits. A new island, a new council. Syndicate has been changed forever. Hopefully, I'll find a way that I can skip the credits because I don't want to go through those again just to get the next thing. Facts and truth. Truth and facts. Paradise needs saving. Was it worth it? Was it saved? I breathed light back into paradise. Time for Perfect 25.
It's a shame we won't get the achievement for finding all the Shinjis
Dude.
as he appears on stream.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Love Dies. We could have had something special. Nothing brings people together like impending obliteration of a pocket reality. Still, at least the case of the Paradise Killer got her out of exile. I wonder if her truths were right. I guess I'll never know. I hope Perfect 25 was worth it. Obviously, I hope they all die in a fire, but for their sakes, I hope they enjoy it. I've only known humans for a short amount of time, but they all seem to be idiots that only work for themselves. I'm sure they'll fuck it up nicely. Anyway, time to watch reality die. Yep, we cannot skip this, so I guess now would be a time for me to Alt-Tab and find someone for us to raid. So, Wiley, why don't you tell people where they can find you, my fine, musically gifted companion?
Hello, I am XWilyWilly. The X is silent, and sometimes they are not there. I stream on Mondays, randomizers. I haven't made music in a while, but I hopefully will get back to it at some point. I forgot how to show because everything's different now.
Oh, Lord.
I've got a Ko-Fi, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter for now until they nuke it.
True, though
I
it
guess
seems like it's not really dying
technically
so
Tumblr.
far. Oh, you made
Yeah.
it.
Just as a backup in case. It's not really using it. But I'm there. And it's all on the link tree.
Yes. Well, and since you've... yeah?
I guess I should mention all the D&D games I played. All 2 of them. Right here on Saturdays, bi-weekly. And on Tart's channel for... Not Curse of Strahd at the moment, but Festive Fantasy.
True, and I'm taking us over to another D&D stream that our viewers may not have seen. But it may be tangentially related to that thing that we're doing on the 30th, so you might want to pay attention. So we're going to head on over to D6's channel, where they are currently in the midst of playing the Black Archives, which is their homebrew D&D universe run by Yaro Shin. Oh, did it not go through? Come on, where is it? Let me double check here. Do. Okay, D6, D&D. Come on, OBS, you can do this. Don't force me to do this on my phone. It's forcing me to do this on my phone. Don't you just love that, Wiley?
I have learned to just do the /raid thing.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm doing, but it's not loading, so...
Oh. Well, heck.
But you can actually use your commands. Okay. Do. It's either that. Ah, there we go. Yep. So, head on over there, drop a follow, and I guess for our raid message would be, how about... execute justice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you all for coming out, and we're going to have to figure out what the fuck we're going to do in 2 weeks, so stay tuned. We hope you all have a lovely night, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.